Hey Camro, how you doing this morning? Nice to see you. Just finishing setting up here. Hope you're doing good. Hey Hugh, how you doing?
Morning, Roger.
Hey Swift Fox, good morning, good morning. Doing good today there, Swift Fox. Yep, the sun is out. That's about as good as it is.
Gosh.
Doing -9 again this morning. Hey, night train.
Oh, goodness. -9. Ouch.
Yeah, it's 15 Fahrenheit.
Not exactly bikini weather, eh?
And breezy, so it's colder than that.
Right.
Yeah, we've been breaking records here for the weather for freezing the past week there.
Not the records you want to break.
No. Easy, John, dude. Good morning, good morning. Hope you're doing good.
Good morning, everybody in chat.
Swift Foxes, I stayed up editing, rebuild a new quad. Okay, a new frame.
Nice.
So what's new at your neck of the woods there, Hugh?
All quiet. Just finished up breakfast.
Yeah.
Been up since 5. Usual.
I got up at 6, and my dog's been acting freaking weird this morning.
Oh.
Uh,
Come.
I was in bed all night. Was sleeping in the kitchen.
Roxy was sleeping in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Oh, that's weird.
that's yeah. And usually when I get up, she wants to go outdoors right away and all that. Not even. She just went outdoors about 20 minutes ago.
Really?
Could be something she ate yesterday. She's not feeling too good. I don't know.
Yeah. Sounds like she was probably hot or something because, kitchen floor is probably cooler, right?
Yeah, yeah. Glad to see everybody here this morning.
Did you
I
get your
was
grocery run in?
no, I was supposed to, but I didn't go.
Ah,
I'll go this afternoon. The line's quieted down in the afternoons, so
cross your fingers, eh?
uh, the morning everybody goes for the rush to get the fresh meat and all that, and
Yeah.
so I'll go. I'll only go 10 this afternoon. After I get off of here, I'll go.
Well, I boiled eggs yesterday, made a whole dozen boiled eggs to eat throughout the week.
Okay.
Try to get in some healthy proteins there.
You put them in vinegar?
No, I'm not pickling them.
Okay. Hey, computer chick, how you doing this morning? Nice to see you. 3X drones. Hi. Well, when I cook eggs like that, I make double eggs with them. So
Oh, I like deviled eggs. They're very,
yeah.
very good. Morning, computer chick. What's up? Let's get my water.
Yep. Hope everybody's doing fine this morning. How's your weather down there, night train today? Hope you're getting some nice weather down there, night train. Hey, Nanya. Hope you're doing well.
What's up, Nanya? Yeah, what's our weather say today? It's supposed to be up to 11 degrees today.
Yeah. Cold and rainy here. Okay.
Yeah.
I have 53, they saying. Oh, nice night train.
If a bee farts, does it smell sweet?
I wouldn't know that.
Swift Fox, you let us know, okay?
You get close and personal with it. You'll let us know. Hey, Mr. Paul, how you doing?
Good. How's everybody doing?
Not bad, not bad. Yeah, no, I didn't. No, I didn't go out this morning. No, no.
So, Hugh, what's new with you?
Not too much, buddy. Not too much at all. Very quiet morning. Bored.
Yeah, I know. It's I got up this morning at 6, and I
Yeah.
ended up a year ago. I had that skunk problem. Then yesterday, the skunk showed up again, and I ended up hiring the varmint people.
Oh.
So they came out and set traps.
Oh, okay. And last night?
No, what happened is normally, and I never thought about it, but when they did it last year and they caught all 6 of them and took them out of here, they covered up the traps with like a sheet, and then I'd go out at night after dark and take the sheets off because of all my squirrels.
Oh.
They didn't do that, so last night at about 6 o'clock, I hear this ruckus going on, and it was a squirrel in the trap.
Yeah.
Ah,
Damn.
So I called him up, and he says, well, just leave him in there till tomorrow. And I'm thinking, well, that's not fair to the damn squirrel, you know? Here I am feeding him and saying, ha, 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 ha. So,
Into my parlor.
yeah. So he walked me through several attempts to figure out how to open the trap, which I finally did. That little bugger shot right out and went up a tree, man. He says, I'm out of here. So then he showed me how to reset it. So I reset it, and then I put like a towel over it. Went out last night, took the towel off, and didn't catch anything.
Okay. Well, that's only one night. That's okay.
Yeah. So I put the towel back on this morning as soon as the squirrels started getting active about 6 o'clock. And
What'd you put in it for bait?
he's already got them pre-baited.
Okay. Okay.
But my thought is that I don't know. I just don't know. I'm going to take and re-aim one of my outdoor cams down to where he has the trap, so if I can see if there's any movement at nighttime, because they got night sensor, you know.
yeah. Okay, that's cool.
But they don't work on the weekends, so he's coming by today and he's going to remove the traps, set them again on Monday. I don't know.
Oh,
What's the matter? Why does he think skunks sleep in all weekend so they don't have to get a trap up?
Well, because I think he's licensed by the state, and I think they are required to recheck the traps once a day.
Gotcha.
So they don't want to work on Saturday and Sunday. So
Must be nice, eh?
yeah, especially the price. It cost me $165 US just for him to show up, and then and set the traps, and then I have to pay $65 a head for every one they catch and take away.
Mm.
I'm back.
So that $65 a head is,
That's yeah.
you know, plus the 165 I already paid when he showed up. You know.
You don't have to give him that every time he shows up, though.
No.
Okay. Hey, Blind Neil, how you doing?
But I got to thinking, I could probably go buy a trap. I couldn't find any locally, and I could order them. And they says, oh, they maybe come here by May the 1st through May the 15th.
Okay.
But that's not. So I called him up, and he came right out. So.
Oh yeah, the money is there. Right? He came out right away.
He must be busy because he came out that afternoon because it was the time slot in between when he had to go set some more traps for that night for last night. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
I think we're in the wrong business, 3X drones. Yeah. I have to change.
Oh
it.
yeah, if you get yourself set up, because he said to me, he says, "Well, make sure if you want to try and open that trap, you can. We just don't want to screw it up because it cost me $35 for that trap." And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
that's not a lot of money. I was going to pay $100 for the one I was going to get.
Well, you probably bought it off of some old timer too. So.
Well, no, I couldn't find. Originally, way back when, I thought about buying one. I couldn't find it. They look like a long, about this long, white fiberglass. You know, the kind that light comes through, kind of a little bit, but you
Yeah.
can't really see through it. It's opaque, but you know, light goes through.
They use for roof panels, that
With
sort
the
of thing.
door on the end, and so there's no way for them to spray through the cage part, you know, because there is no cage part. It's just the door comes down and it's got like 4 holes on it. And then when he catches them, and if he can't tell what it is before he opens it up, he's got one of those, you know, you put the thing in like mechanics use with the light and the camera on the end, and he can look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just saying the skunk gives off his own odor, eh? So you'll know right away if it's a skunk in there.
Yeah, but they won't spray in a small confined area because they don't want to spray themselves.
Yeah. Camero says no lockdown in Japan apart from some shops. Just a normal day here. Wow. Okay.
Must be nice.
Yeah, well, they're gonna get hit again. I know it. So. Hey, Carpenter Rick.
What's up, Rick? Problem with getting a haircut is my head gets cold. Now I need my hat on.
Hey, Rick, how's it going?
It's like
So
that.
anyway, I got the catch you can varmint removal.
Catchy.
Catch you can.
Yes, you can.
I think I sent you a link this morning, Carpenter Rick. I'm pretty sure.
I don't have his email because I was going to send him. Did you get my email about
Yeah, I
Lynn?
saw it last night. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I was.
Oh, no. I mean, you can look at it anytime. It's posted up there now.
Yep.
And
Lynn's father's.
yes,
You're gonna have no
video.
problem with that, Paul?
Well, the I didn't post it. The Grant Smith that owns GBS Media that produced it, he and Lynn talked for a while, so he posted it on YouTube for anybody to look at
Ah, okay.
for a not indefinite amount of time, but I think for like a few days or a week or two or whatever.
That's good. Night Train's got 8 new batteries coming in by UPS today. Okay.
But I couldn't send Carpenter Rick the link, so
Okay. Well, you could probably just post it here in the chat there, Paul.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let me let me grab it.
Everybody check out everybody's channel. Make sure you got everybody supported. And don't forget to hit that like button on the way in and way out. Hey, man, how you doing this morning?
Good morning. You know what I watched last night was Good Morning Vietnam with Robin Williams. Remember that? Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Explicit FPV, how you doing? Good morning.
Roger needs like a Good Morning Canadian Drone Hub or something, eh?
Rick Carpenter Rick just posted the email for him there, Paul. If you want to copy and paste it for
Where?
for future references.
Copy that. I'll erase. Okay. I see it. Just a minute. I'm working on it, Rick. This old man doesn't work that fast. Okay. I got it.
Did you play this morning, Paul? No.
No, it's cloudy here.
Okay. The sun's up, but it's windy again. It's not warm. .40 and rain here. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're supposed to get rain here Sunday. Supposed to hit the high of 50, but rain.
Woohoo!
I wasn't surprised though when I listened to the news last night for the weather. They're saying they were breaking records here because of the cold. It's like no shit, Sherlock.
Hey, Roger, what's Rick's last name?
Carpenter.
Is it? Okay, because I thought that was, but
Oh, really?
I thought it was that he was a carpenter and his name was Rick.
Well, I don't know really. His last name, I think it's. Read that email he gave you. I think his last name's in it. That email address.
I did he erase it already?
I'll send it to you, Paul. Hold on.
Okay.
65.
Yeah, that's just about email.
There you go. That's his last name.
Okay. Because I'm filling out so I have here comes my guys.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing, filling out a contact thing for Rick. So for his first name, instead of Rick, I put Carpenter Rick as the first name. I'll remember.
Oh, it's Gardner. Oh, okay. His last name's Gardner.
Oh, I was totally wrong.
His name's Gardner. Kim's last name is Gardiner.
Yeah. Any relation to James Garner there, Rick? Never know. I still think Drone Pool is secretly Matthew McConaughey's brother. That's my conspiracy theory. He even looks a little bit like him.
Yeah. Yeah, man, yeah.
Gentlemen.
Hey, good morning.
You see gentlemen somewhere?
The way it works is my dad's adopted, so
Okay.
my real legal last name is Garner.
Okay.
I'm a third generation carpenter.
Wow.
So that's why I do Carpenter Rick.
Okay.
But for some of my life, my last name was a different name just due to the fact we didn't know our bloodline.
Yeah.
But once we figured it all out there through the ancestry, we changed our names back to what it should be.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, I mean, this way the kids have the blood name, right? Like,
yeah.
My dad actually almost dated a half sister at one point in life because he didn't know.
Okay.
In high school, he just knew that they had a connection and they were really close, but it ended up being that they had the same mother.
Oh, okay.
That could have been a close
Crazy.
call.
Yeah, exactly, right? So we didn't want to do that with me, so we got her all sorted out there. And so how's everybody this morning?
Doing well, bud.
Right on.
Well,
Roger's grumpy.
yeah. This bloody weather sucks.
Oh, does it ever, Roger? Does it ever?
Like I was telling everybody a while ago that they said it's record cold so far. Past 2 weeks, it's been record colds.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, I believe it. So it turns out my my partner at the cottage there, he's now selling his house in the city and buying another property up there. So I don't know if, yeah, I'm not too sure how that's going to affect everything up there. Either I might just have it solely to myself, or if he's going to keep it, he hasn't really said, but it's kind of, yeah, he could sell his house down in Kitchener for enough money to buy a $250,000 house up there cash and have no mortgage. So he's going to jump ship, I guess, which, you know, no mortgage is a nice thing.
Oh, yeah.
Sugar hangover from 2 donuts. Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. Neil, I thought you were a healthy eater, buddy.
Oh, I seen those donuts last night. They look good.
I spent most of my time looking at movies on A&E. There are programs I look at usually. Last night.
I used to watch a bunch of stuff on A&E there.
Yeah. But on the computer, the freaking thing was always turning. And Kim wasn't on his computer at all. So I think around 10 o'clock, I got fed up with it and I closed it all down. Then I went to bed and I got up early this morning. I was going to go do my errands this morning, but Roxy wasn't doing too hot this morning, so I stayed home. She's looking better now.
That's good to hear. How old is she now?
12 years old.
She's a senior.
Yeah, definitely a senior for a dog, that's for sure. Can you guys really hear the kids in the background?
Yeah, but just stop bothering us right now.
Okay.
We're okay.
That's called the parental soundtrack, man. It's okay.
Yeah.
I used to have.
I believe she's online with another couple we know's son. I think that's what's happening here.
Oh,
Okay.
I guess at 4 years old I can accept it, but another 10 years I'll have to keep them apart.
what timing?
My oldest 14 has just started to explore the boy syndrome, I suppose you'll call it.
Thank God I don't have to deal with that.
Well, luckily Grandpa and Dad both ride Harleys, right? So I think any boys that come along may get a little tuning. I told her, just don't talk about it in front of me, and I don't want to meet them at this age, and I don't need to know things, and we're good. Because the more you push them away from something, the more they go towards it, right? So
yeah. Hey, man, what the hell did you do? You almost get shot at the farm yesterday.
what?
The pizza was on sale, $5.99 for my daughter. Bought donuts and her no money, her own money. Oh, that's cool. Michael Benny, good morning. Good morning. Mario, Steve, how you doing, my friend? Nice to see you.
I wonder if there was a farmer's daughter involved in this incident.
You never know. Hi, Michael.
Mr. Bainey, how you doing? Hey, Steve, Mario Views, what's up?
Hi, Paul, wherever you are.
Mr. Murray has left the building. Excuse me.
Mr. Murray's getting one of his many Amazon packages or something.
That's
Oh,
skunk trappers.
Yep.
Skunk trappers are there.
Yeah, my buddy last night said that he's better off to get somebody there because of his age. He's like, don't even bother with it. That way the frustration and all that's not, he doesn't have to worry about it.
shooting golfers. What the frig?
There's a guy shooting golfers in the air.
What do you mean shooting golfers? Like to death?
I would have called the cops on him in a minute.
Oh my.
Back in the day, people used to put rock salt in shotguns, and if you were trespassing, they'd shoot you in the ass with it.
Oh yeah. I've never been shot at. I'm lucky.
We're not going to get into my stories because I got a few big scars and some horse shit.
Uh-oh.
Doing pretty good there, Steve. Yeah.
So that firmware update seemed like it locked John's drone down there yesterday. That's a little.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it seems like he's not going to be able to fly all the places. But I mean, I understand that people with no experience get flying them and hitting stuff. Then we all look bad, right? I'm gonna try and sneak downstairs for a second here.
Welcome back, Paul. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah, my trapper was here and we didn't catch anything, but we went and scouted around the outside of. I got a 8-foot security fence around the backyard, and he found a hole where I have a gate that goes out.
Okay.
But they're digging up around my shrubs. I mean, I'm talking big excavations.
Yeah.
And he says, maybe you got a groundhog. So then we went out the outside of my security fence, which is actually the schoolyard, and we went next door south of me. They have a couple of sheds. Okay. And there's a big hole where something's going in and out underneath his shed too.
Okay. So it could be the groundhog's head?
Yeah, it could be. Well, but he'll be back again.
Now, is he the same price, Paul, for a groundhog as a skunk?
Yeah, $65 an animal.
That's $10 cheaper than my buddy does it.
Yeah, but he charged me to come out and set the traps.
175.
165.
Okay, yeah, my buddy's $10. Well, I guess Canadian money though is different, right? So yeah. That's about a fair price. And my buddy last night, Paul, said because of your age, don't even bother with it. Just get somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like. Yeah, he said it's just.
Well, that's what I ended up deciding, because it's like, but what happened was you probably may not have heard me, is he came out yesterday right away, set the traps.
Yep.
And when they set them before, when they caught them, they put like pieces of a sheet over the end of them so that they wouldn't get in there, like the squirrels.
Yep.
And he didn't do that yesterday, and I never thought about it until about 6:30. I'm sitting here and I hear this flopping and going and rumbling going on. So I go out there and I look in, and I'm not sure what it was. I called him up and he says, well, see if you can see what it is. And I says, oh, I can see it's a squirrel, black squirrel. So he says, well, just leave him. He'll be all right till the morning. And I'm thinking, I don't want to piss that poor squirrel off. He didn't, here I am feeding the buggers. And so he walked me through how to unlatch, push this, flip this, do that, do this. And he says, now, I'm not going to be responsible. If that squirrel turns on you, that's on you. He said, okay. I said, okay, I don't think he will. So I took it over by the other side of the yard, opened the door up, and he shot out and up a tree. He was just happier than hell to get the hell out of there.
Mm-hmm. I bet he was. Oh,
Hi. Hi.
Hi, Kira. Here. Now wave. Do you see yourself on the camera? That's Roger and Paul and Hugh. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? She's playing shy. Say hi, Kira.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Good?
Oh, I think she's as shy as her brother, maybe.
Yeah, she's probably looking for some breakfast, Cheerios or something.
Oh, they've already long had that.
Ah.
See, Rick, my 25-year-old doesn't want to sit on my knee anymore. It's really sad. It's really sad.
Well, my 14-year-old, she's 6 feet tall and 190 pounds, so I don't want her sitting on my knee at all anyway.
She's a tall girl. Oh my God. I'm not even 6 feet.
She's a hockey player.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she used to be on Warren Miller's ski team for about 6 years, and then she switched from skiing to hockey. And
she doesn't need protection from boys. Boys need protection from her. She sounds like she's Fit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. She's
Sure.
actually, she was, when all this stuff came on, she was suspended out of the league for fighting.
Okay.
Sad part is all those sports and stuff are done for a while.
Yeah, and her grandmother actually on the other side owns a ski snowboard shop, and I can't imagine they're doing very well right now.
No.
Blind Neil said
Manap-
he had a family of squirrels visiting us when I was living in Brockville.
Phenomena, that's crazy. People shooting like that. That's just,
Call up the RCMP, get them down there.
get somebody down there. Yeah, that's just nonsense.
Yeah. So today it's pretty nice out. It's nice and sunny, but the wind's there again, and it's pretty cold. That's one of the reasons I didn't go out this morning to do my shopping. Too damn cold.
39 here. How about you, Hugh?
4 degrees Celsius. Probably about 39.
Yeah.
Well, it's doing 15 here. It's -9 Celsius.
Oh, 41.
Ooh, -9. Wow. But that's a great picture, Roger.
Yeah.
That is a good camera.
That's how it looks here today for sure. It's less windier than yesterday, but the wind is picking up.
Definitely flying weather for the flight, but not for the pilot.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder how the Mavic Mini batteries do in the cold like that. I'm curious.
I don't know.
Probably not.
I'm not gonna test it.
Unfortunately.
Geek Savannah, how you doing?
What's up, Sean?
Good morning, Geek Savannah. Great live stream you guys did there. I watched it after.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
It
was
was
pretty
good.
cool.
Aerial views. How you doing?
Albino squirrels, Neil. I've seen an albino moose once when I was really young. It freaked me right out. It came walking out of the bush. It was pure white.
Really?
For a quick second, I didn't know what I was looking at. It was a female.
When I was doing my deliveries for the Gazette at nighttime for the kids, I saw a white albino skunk. So,
Pure white, eh?
yeah.
Well, you've been friendly with skunks anyway, Roger.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know.
Even at the young age,
What do they call that? The skunk whisperer?
Yeah, right.
Until his mother screamed he was the skunk whisperer.
Pepe Le Pew. Hello.
Hey, Roger, you never finished the story. When you dropped the skunk, where did it go? How did it get out?
I can't remember that far back. I just know that it sprayed in the house. That's all I can remember.
Probably ran out room to room, looking for a way out.
Yeah. Well, I know it was in the kitchen, so.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's just disgusting.
Yeah. Oh. Hey,
funny.
Pedro Gofsal, how you doing? Fisher. I love these names. Pedro Go. How you been doing? 70 degrees, stormy in Florida in the cold. Oh, battery sag at last flight time. Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be flyable all day. Better try some batteries. You're lucky there, Fatima Hodges. Why, you're not going to be working at that farm anymore there, Mana? Kim's playing on his PS3, PS4. Can't remember which it's a war one he's playing. Can't remember if it's Call of Duty or another one. But he played Skyrim all freaking winter.
I gave up on all those video games a few years ago. We were working on the road.
Yeah.
Literally, we were rushing back to the hotel from the job site every night to play them. The next time I went for a dump run, I took all the video games and the controllers and everything, threw it all in a box, and it went in the dump with everything.
Oh, God.
I found myself just right addicted to it, and I was thinking, there's no way.
My dog wants to go up. Yeah, I'll bring it back. You want to go, girl? Let's go. Go enjoy the sun on the gallery. Go.
Phenomena, that's just crazy. Anytime before I get into any machinery, I unhook the battery.
You play Skyrim. Did you do all the Elder Scrolls yet?
I played Elder Scrolls Online for a couple of years, but I haven't played for a while.
Okay.
But I'll play the new Skyrim, or not Skyrim, but the new Elder Scrolls when it comes out. Looking forward to that, actually.
Because Kim, that's all he played all winter, Skyrim.
Yeah, I love Skyrim.
Oh, he's been playing that for a few years.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, for quite a few years.
Yep.
Well, there's nothing like it. Well, there's nothing as good as it, I would say, I guess.
Yeah.
Plus, the whole game's about Vikings, basically, right?
Yeah.
That's my game.
So have you ever been to Newfoundland, Hugh, and checked out the Viking sites?
I have not. Do you know I haven't been to Newfoundland since I was 3?
My work partner there grew up in Piccadilly, and he said when they were younger, they used to go over and check it out.
Yeah, I've heard of the site, Lansa Meadows, I guess it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. There's actually 2 sites now, I think they've discovered.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a second one.
I'd like to go.
Yeah, I love it when they find the old shipwrecks, the old Viking shipwrecks and stuff. That's amazing.
It'd be amazing to see.
See, Miss Roxy enjoying herself outdoors in the sun.
Oh, there she is. She looks happy.
Go keep an eye on her.
Are those apple trees, Roger?
Prune.
Prune trees.
But this one, the big one here is a lilacs,
Yeah.
and all here is all prune.
Okay.
And we got apple trees in the back.
Nice.
But they've never been sprayed or anything, so they're not, they're only good for deer.
Yeah, I just trimmed out our apple trees in the winter there. I'm hoping they had apples last year, but they were pretty wormy, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Hey, Roger, what is that next to Roxy there? Is that a ball or?
Yeah, that's your toy. Yeah.
Oh.
I'll be right back, gentlemen. Apparently, I got to clean up a little mess.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's nice that you can pan that camera, Roger.
Yeah. Back to the grind. Okay there, John Paul. Good morning, good morning.
CDH. Morning, Dan. Oh, Canadian Drone Hub, CDH. Okay. I was wondering what CDH was for a second. Morning, Drone Shots.
Drone Shots, good morning.
Drone Shots, how you doing? Nice to see you.
Roger, you know what you need to get? A Canadian Drone Hub tattoo. That would be cool. Get like your on your arm or something.
Yeah.
Mana, do, 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 do. Mana, do, 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 do. Mana, mana, do, 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 do. Mana, mana. Sorry, Roger. I know you told me to do that out more often, and I've been slacking.
I better practice my dance moves, Paul.
There you go.
So, Drone Pool, you got work today? It's the last day. It's Friday today.
Joan Chat says, hell yeah, Hugh.
Oh, Neil. There is Canadian Drone Hub merch.
Yes, there is.
I bet
Roger can put up the link.
For some reason, my cam didn't go turn completely like it. I don't know what's going on there.
They're looking for your merch.
Oh, they are? Okay, hold on. I'll put the link in. Oh, it looks like you'll be working tomorrow too, Drone Pool.
There it is, Canadian Drone Hub. Yep.
Yeah, that's the old kind. You know, I don't know if you can build any more of those ones there, but
That's the collector's version. Yep.
It's on my China shelf. With the good dishes.
there we go. Copy. Paste. There we go. There you go. That's the Teespring. I haven't taken care of that. It's a long time. It's Val's taking care of the Teesprings for us, so I can't remember if they're still up and running or. Yep, they're still up and running. Yeah.
There it is for everybody right there.
There you go.
So is that all you have is the mug on there now? I thought you had
Oh,
t-shirts.
You got the mug and T-shirts, and you got everything. You got the
Okay.
mug, T-shirts,
There's
hoodie.
the hoodie
Good morning.
and the t-shirts, and they're
Good morning.
available in different colors, right?
Yeah.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. Yourself?
I'm all right. I'm good.
Oh, you sound raunchy this morning.
You'll run it.
Raunchy isn't the word I'd use, but yeah, he sounds a little rough. Yeah.
They're all good choices. Oh. I was listening to you for a while, and then I heard Paul's song and thought, what the hell? Can't get anything. Go on. I guess I can't.
And Andrew is here to the alternative of my musical renditions.
Hey, Jess Lopez, how you doing? Nice to see you.
You paraphrase it wonderfully, Paul.
Good morning, Andrew.
Andrew says, I got to get my butt over there because Paul's going to sing again. I just know it. I just know
You're not there. I know it's coming again. There's no way.
it.
Turn up the volume, Andrew. Oh my God, not this morning.
You got to turn it up because it is low.
No, he wasn't talking about for the singing.
No.
He was talking about your voice.
I'm just gonna unplug my sound card. Just give me a sec.
Okay. So Rick's back.
Yeah, I had to,
It wasn't too big a cleanup, was it?
it was a substantial amount of dog vomit.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah,
that happens.
yeah, he's one of those. He'll gorge himself and then regurgitate.
Oh.
Sorry, is that any better?
That's better.
Yep, that's better.
Much better.
Didn't mean to interrupt the dog vomit story. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm sorry.
You
Apparently-
know when it happens, Andrew, it's actually considered as flying. So It stays with the Canadian Drone Flying Hub, you know?
Exactly.
Obviously, my children aren't trained as well as yours, Andrew. Otherwise, it would have just got cleaned up, right?
One of the two is good at doing that. The girl, she's a little bit on the princess side, so yeah.
Yeah.
She's more
But
of a supervisor than a worker. She's got to be reminded now and then.
my boy stepped over it, and it was the youngest that actually came and told me about it. So.
Oh, he's just going to say, "What? Not my problem."
Never seen
it. Not my dog.
Now, how old is your oldest there?
The boy's 8.
8. Oh, he's smart enough to know. Nope.
Yeah. And my daughter that you guys see in there is 4, and then the oldest, she's with my first. She's in Central Ontario. She's 14.
Yeah.
14.
So what's up with you today, Andrew? What's going on? You're going on tonight again? And
tonight, yeah. Yeah. Probably 7 or 9. I'm gonna ask Xenia a bit. We'll figure when we're going on. So one of those 2 times, yeah. So
how has Ksenia been feeling? I know she's been having her ups and downs, and
well, it's good that finally we got the penicillin for her tooth. That was a big.
yeah.
So both of us. I'm supposed to have a root canal done. And a wisdom tooth pulled. I got the wisdom. No, she's supposed to have the root canal in March 12th, and I was supposed to have one on around March 14th to have a tooth pulled, a wisdom tooth, and both of us got screwed with this all happening. So the two of us kind of got thrown to the wayside.
Okay.
We finally got her penicillin, and she's a lot better.
Well, don't you have a big pair of pliers you could hand to Ksenia and say, "Take care of that, honey"?
She started talking about that for herself, and I'm like, yeah. I grew up in kind of a rural hick area, and I remember one night that happening with a truck driver went out in the back and got out of the toolbox the pliers, and they were giving the other guy shots of tequila at the bar, and I got out like I'm no too much roadhouse for my liking, you know.
I've got a huge cavity at this point, Andrew, and a back molar that's got to come out, and they won't pull it.
No,
they told me to wait till all this is over. So soon I will be doing, not the pliers deal. I know how to do it a little smarter than that, but I lost 2 about 2 years ago with a baseball bat. Unfortunately, it wasn't my choice, but
drone shots.
The kids were swinging the bats around and got me in the mouth with one.
Well, I thought maybe you were telling us a divorce story.
No. I was talking when I should have been paying attention, and I regretted it. But you can't be mad at the kids. You know, they're just having fun, right?
Being kids.
Andrew, did you read what drone shots wrote down?
Oh, I seen it. I put the LOL in. Most certainly not. Not in a lifetime would I ever want to. No.
Oh no, I will never do a 24-hour gig. Nope.
I don't know if you've seen last night, and that was kind of that's been a decision that's Xenia and I've been struggling with for weeks now. But we announced it last night. Our first show that ever we had as a channel, Tech Talk Tuesday, is going to be no more. So we're moving it to members only.
Okay,
that's cool.
We can't anymore. I'm so tired of dealing with trolls and watching a bot cam when you're trying to answer people's questions and I used to love that show. It was my favorite one, even though it didn't bring in as much as the wheel and that. That's where we kind of felt the most us, or what the most we bring to YouTube. And I just haven't liked it in a long time. I'm just not enjoying it anymore. And I want to get back to feeling like I did when we first started it. So, and we got to offer something to the members. I feel that's only fair.
Well, now on your members only show, are you going to still do like the Tech Talk Tuesday format?
Yeah, we're going to change the name. I want to let the name go. I always hated the name. We picked it because we had Monday this Monday, and then they come up with the idea, and I couldn't stand it because it's not a tech show. It's a YouTube show.
Yeah.
So we're going to change the name. That just came out conveniently out of it. But yeah, we're going to do it for members. And
to like something like Tuesday Live, right?
Well, it was something YouTube in the name. I don't know. We haven't finished the name yet. It might be work in progress, but the main part is just people can come in and ask questions about YouTube. You know, anything from shooting, video editing, etc., etc. And when you're in a members only one, you don't have to worry about trolls. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
Yeah,
Now,
so
Andrew, how do you control who comes in and who doesn't if they're a member or not? Do you have a list you use, or
When you put up a video or if you put up a live stream, you know, you can set the private, set the public, or unlisted.
uh-huh.
Well, once you have memberships, you can even pick the levels. So if we only want to do it for the Wrenched Up group or the Wrenched Up Plus,
Oh,
we
okay,
want to do it
okay.
for all members. Yeah.
So once you do that, then you get a much more of a choice of who's gonna come in that.
Well, yeah, that's it exactly, and that's where you control it. So, and that way, that means people can lurk onto it, but you ask them not to share the link, but they can't interact if they're not a member. So therefore, you don't have to worry about trolls or anything because they have no bearing on it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So will you put up as kind of a teaser then? Just my thought, a teaser. You know how you do your announcements of what's coming? Will you do that for Tuesday? Will you say Wrenched Up, join us?
you do community posts, and you can set community posts to members only as well. So you can do a community post, for instance, and send it out that just the members receive it with no
Yeah.
notification. Then you put
Okay.
the link in there to remind them. But we got to do a new video now. We'll update it on our members. It was a hard decision. I don't know. Because somebody had asked me the other day, you know, do you still get butterflies when you go live and that? Because I feel like going live a lot of times is back when I used to play in a band. And you get a couple of butterflies when you get on stage, then you start playing, everything's fine. But it felt last night like when you introduced a new song or you bring in a new member, and I hadn't had that in a while, where I kind of have a bit of a churning feeling, you know. But it's just
Well, in your mind, you got to be thinking that out with the old, what used to be, you have fond memories of it when it first started, and now you're going to change to something else, and so it's like kind of like a changing a chapter, you know.
It is, yeah, exactly. And like I said, I don't want to make it all sound dramatic. No, it's sitting there bawling our eyes out. It's still just a show, and I mean, we got live like everybody else. It was just something that really made our channel what it was. It kind of helped us stand out from the crowd, and that. But I mean, we still bring it into like the wheel, even. I mean, all that information. Just the only thing there is we do it for people who win, but we tell the exact same information, you know, type of thing.
All right.
So yeah, so that's what's gonna happen. So we'll see how it works out. You got to do what you got to do, and just see if it pans out in the end.
See if it works.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, Andrew, if you're not having fun doing it, you got to make changes, right?
Well, that's it, you know. And I mean, we're opening up that one to both. At first, private live stream or members only live streams is only supposed to be for Wrenched Up Plus, but we're going to open up to both groups.
Right.
So if you think of it, right now, I think we're 4 away from 150 members. So if 100 show up, it's still a really good show, and you don't have to start off with 20 minutes getting people to tell them because you got yellow coined and nobody's knowing. You can just jump right into it and just start talking with everybody.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know. So yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Pardon me.
Now, when you do a private show like that, do you still get credit for YouTube for doing the private show?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But you know, the thing is, if everybody's having a good time, it's also good advertisement then for the memberships, because you know, then people can say, well, you know what, for $3-4 they're going in there and they're actually getting something more,
right,
kind of more polished, more and uninterrupted, and less of the banter and more of what they need type of thing. So, and we can release those afterwards to the public, you know, to everybody after they're done. You can then change them to public and let everybody see them. So.
Hugh, that's funny.
I love YouTube because I know nothing and nobody cares.
I know nothing.
You sound like that Red Green show when he started. He went to the CBC and said, I want enough money to make a show, but not enough that you care what I'm doing.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I tell you, I was supposed to go out shopping this morning, but the hell with it. I'll go this afternoon. I just didn't feel like going nowhere this morning.
I went this yesterday afternoon between, because we went live last night again to announce that, and actually it was perfect. There was not a wait anywhere. It was one of the smoothest ones in a while.
Yeah.
I talked to my parents. My God Almighty! Remember we talked back a couple weeks ago about New Brunswick being when they first shut off like the province.
Yeah.
And I said my parents lived in that area.
Yep.
And they did that because they were a low risk area and they wanted to keep it that way. The old homes are just riddled. They're like for a small area, you know, there's one old home, there's 27 out of 30 that are diagnosed with it, and one old home alone. 9 have died. I mean, these are small population towns.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, they're really getting into it now. Now they're starting to shut down the stores. They even lost their dollar store yesterday is shut down. And there's only one, I think, every 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers, maybe. Something like that.
They closed our Costco here for one day.
That's it? To clean it.
Yeah, because a couple of the employees have it.
Wow.
Well, now all these meat plants and beef plant and chicken plant, all these, you know.
Yeah.
Get ready to pay through the teeth.
Up in Rawdon, the pork plant is closed.
The pork plant too, Roger. Oh, geez.
Yeah. My niece works there.
We have enough meat ahead for about 2 to 3 months, and I'm going to double check today that we're good that way because I have a feeling for a while it's going to be.
Well, I think bear hunt opens in like 5-6 days. I'm getting low, but my partner's coming up, so hopefully he can fill the freezer for the summer anyways.
Definitely. More handy than ever to have it.
Yeah, I talked to my beef farmer there 2 days ago, and he's going to sell me a quarter. So that's not too bad.
I miss those days. Those are that's the best meat going, man.
It is, and he's all black Angus. He's actually butchering a cow every day. People are just stocking their freezers now.
Yeah, because they even said that the meat prices are going up. So
yeah, and it's not going to come back down after. We all know, you know.
Well, he said he's organic, so he does charge a little more than the average, but he's not going to put his prices up because he doesn't need to. He feeds them off his own land, so he said he's going to stay firm on what he's charging.
Well, when I was at the store yesterday, I was thinking they were telling, you know, a lot of them said, you know, we're not going to gouge. And you know what? The stores were pretty good, I got to say, for the most part. They weren't going to take advantage of it. And then I go look and they have Continental toilet paper, 12 roll, you know, that 12 equals 24. And it was there for $7.48. Or you could get 15 equals 30 for almost $15. No, you're not gouging at all. This seems like, yeah, I remember that usually being about $6 cheaper around on average than what you're charging now.
I went by a gas station, it was 82. I went by the next one, it was 99. How's that not gouging? Like
that's gouging.
Yeah.
I actually sent an email into the government about it because like this guy always gouges, but they said, oh, if you see a gouger, send it in. So I've done it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Piss on him.
I have a garage like that by mine. Whatever the highest price is, like, you know, gas here always goes up that like, and then goes down over 10 cents, 12 cents every week.
Yeah.
He sets it at the highest price and he'll stay at that for months until it goes to another higher price and changes it. And you'll still get the couple old ones will go in, they go in because this guy will say hello to them. Yeah. And he's also charging you an arm and a leg extra to do it, to say hello. I don't need hellos. My wife can say hello to me. My kids can say hello. It doesn't go.
It's gas, man.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Jesus.
Oh, son. It's the times. Man, there's new information coming out from Nova Scotia all the time.
Yeah.
Right. Man.
Chilling. That's the only word I can use to describe it. Chilling.
You know what I told my mom yesterday? It's right. You know, if you thought of anywhere in Canada, let alone not happening in Canada, but on top of that, where Nova Scotia is like at the bottom of the list with PEI. New Brunswick, I could have seen it happen way more than Nova Scotia. New Brunswick does have kind of a foul side to it. They've had a couple of
really.
Yeah. New Brunswick, Moncton areas and some like there's some pretty rough.
Okay.
There's been a few little. I don't even want to get into it. There's been a few wars actually happen.
Wow.
Yep.
There's a couple different motorcycle clubs in Moncton that may not get along with each other.
Oh yeah.
Sorry to hear that, Sam Hayden. It's his day off and he got called into work already.
Oh man. So much for the day off. Well, you take care of yourself though.
The life of an emergency call center manager.
Unfortunately, Sam, we need you now more than ever.
Yeah, that's right. So
a huge thank you. That's for sure from this side.
was wondering what that noise was. Somebody's got a leaf blower going. Interesting.
Only for a few hours though. Okay, that's cool, Tom.
JDS, David Wilcox. Yeah.
Remember him,
Roger
Rick?
will be on again tonight, Sam. So maybe we'll see you there then.
Yeah.
Wilcox was a performer though, JDS. I'm not saying he was a terrible musician, because he was, in my opinion, a very average musician, but a great performer.
He was.
But I mean, that's a lot of what packages the great ones into it, you know, that make them stand out from the crowd.
That's right, Andrew. That's right.
He hit a pretty low point in the 80s when he was at our high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was so drunk playing his set, he sat in a chair.
Yeah, same, Hugh.
Yeah.
Same.
Great show.
But you know,
the guy was so pissed he could barely stand.
I met Kim Mitchell back in the day, and when I met him, he was a mess, absolute mess. Awesome, but he was a mess. They were.
Go for a soda. Let's just go for a soda.
I love Kim Mitchell, the guitar player. I had to do stuff with him. He was the biggest pain in the ass. I swear to God. I don't know what it was. The Canadian ones are so. Everybody thinks, the Canadian ones. Him and Honeymoon Suite had to be two of the most aggravating people I ever had to deal with in my entire life.
Wow.
I don't know. Sebastian Bach was a bit of a prima donna that I had.
I never had to deal with him, but I know of like of his and Axl Rose and all them. You know, there was a lot of them that were real. John Fogerty has been known to be an absolute royal pain.
Leader of the band? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, big time.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
big times.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love him, but Eddie Van Halen, when I worked there, everybody was begging me never to meet him because they knew I was such a gigantic fan. And a lot of the guys I had been with that work with him, they said, don't ever. If you can avoid it at all costs, leave them in your dreams, enjoy them, and don't ever make contact.
But when I become a rock star, guys, I promise I won't be a prima donna. You heard it here first. You hear me?
Hey, Andrew, you've seen a few of those productions throughout your lifetime. Are the actual hardworking rowdies that go with them on tour and stuff, they can't party as bad as the guys the prima donnas?
Backstages now and shows are the most boring places in the world to be. It's nothing like it was. I mean, that all died out with the 80s. That pretty much went to the dinosaurs. You know, it's not a very it's just being back there. It's like standing in a hallway.
It's a job. I did that job through PDQ Entertainment, Paul, at Guelph, Ontario, and they did all the Molson venues. And yeah, you got to eat dinner with the bandmates and stuff like that. But basically, we just during the show, you stood there like a log, and then as the last song came, you got ready just to start tearing gear down. But there was no partying.
Sam hates says Val Kilmer is from my town I live in. I saw him about a month ago. I met him once. He's a jerk.
Yeah, Val Kilmer is kind of like a Keanu Reeves type of thing. They're known for being out in their own kind of little spaceship. Yeah. Megadeth, Dave Mustaine, that was my cousin's first concert. He was 19 and I brought him backstage with me. And he got, it was a gigantor. It was a big thing. And he thought he was going to get all kinds of that kind of stuff. And I mean, the guy's 60 years old. He's born again Christian, doesn't drink. It's a show when they go up. Yeah. After that, it was like meeting my mother almost. Like Dave had barrettes in his hair, holding it back, and he was very kind. He was actually touched that my cousin was there and showed him all around the stage. Spent about 40 minutes with him. It was really nice.
Andrew, what would you say would be the percentage of back in the 80s versus the 90s of they were just, when they were on stage, they were different, 100% different than they were just in regular life?
I think it's always been kind of that way, because we were talking longer with the showmanship. I mean, yeah, it became more produced in the 90s and stuff like that, and more kind of, but the record companies were setting the pace for them. You're going to be this, you're going to do that. They became a lot more involved. And the 80s too, to be fair, in the late 80s. The early 80s was more them still kind of figuring out their own look and sound. But, that's what kills any kind of music. I mean, look at country music now. You can't say that you were a fan of 80s rock and not like country music, because that's what country music today is, in my opinion. It's nothing but Def Leppard and all these bands with half the distortion turned off. It sounds
crossover, right?
Yeah, it's
okay.
The influence is heavy. You're not hearing Waylon Jennings in them much anymore. Well, Brad Paisley, I suppose.
Well, yeah. Well, if you go to true country, it's that wangy tangy ricky ticky kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's a good
way. So now they call country, which what I would call almost rock and roll,
Yeah, it is. I mean, they are quite heavy on the overdrive and stuff like that and everything.
I love the new country stuff. I wasn't a huge country fan before. Like I did like some Hank Williams Jr. and stuff like that, but I like it now.
Xenia really was never really into it. Of course, not so much of an influence in Latvia, but then when she went to when we lived in Saskatchewan, she got heavily. Now she's kind of the teaser. I call her the bunkin of the family now.
Well, a great example. Look at the Tragically Hip's music through the 90s and late 80s, and look at the country now. It's almost identical.
Yeah, exactly. And they were all crossover bands, Northern Pikes and all them.
Hey, I seen them in my high school too. Yeah,
Northern Pikes. I still listen to them from time to time.
Sure.
They're back together. They're playing. I feel they never got the recognition they got, but I mean, Canadian bands were kind of in a weird trap. Same as Kids in the Hall and all that. We were always kind of on the forefront between Europe and leading into the States. So we're always ahead of our time for that part for the States to really get appreciated and a bit be after Europe. So,
well, you said it there, Kids in the Hall. They didn't get the recognition they should have got, Andrew. That was a hilarious. I don't know. I thought it was hilarious, but
that's
nice picture. Yeah.
My cousin there with them. And yeah, he was even like, would you like some tea or coffee? And it was literally like visiting like an in-law like that. It was very that's from Paul Stanley from Kiss.
Yeah.
There was a kidnapping attempt called on him that morning. That was in LA, and we had to wait 2 hours to bring him out because they brought in 2 undercover LAPDs with 9mm Berettas.
Look at you schmoozing, man.
Well, that was my old
awesome.
job. That was my. You know the show Degrassi Next Generation?
Yeah.
I was a product advisor on there for 5 years. That's what I did. All the promotion with music equipment and stuff.
Oh, that's so cool. I did not know that.
It was part of our company. We were the biggest private distributor in Canada, and it was all music equipment. So used to work with them. Slash as well is there. Yeah.
See, now Guns N' Roses, they actually did a lot of what they were portrayed to be doing back in the day. That I can verify.
Yeah, those guys. Yeah, and that's why they were gone after a couple.
That's right.
It comes and goes very quickly. It implodes on itself.
Yeah.
Hey, who are the 3 Chicky Poos there?
I know. That was a booth, and we all had to get our picture taken.
Oh, you old dog!
Never done it. I would have.
Well, I was trying to. I thought she had tattoos, but that's a lace thing up her arm, right?
Those are just booth babes, right?
That's right. That's exactly it.
Okay.
No, we were Marshall Canada, Pearl Drums, Digitech, all those companies Canada-wide. We became the company after Across the 49th Parallel. So that was Michael Anthony from Van Halen. I was really excited to meet him. He was one of my gush.
Did you ever meet Neil? Did you ever meet Neil Peart?
No. Honestly, that was one. You meet so many through it, and like you can't get pictures of them all. Sometimes it's fine. I still have pictures that I haven't put up yet with some of them. The coolest one I ever met was we had a MTL Heavy Metal Festival here in Montreal, and we were sponsors of it when it first began. And Iron Maiden was there and all them. But there was a band called Overkill, and they had a song called Hello from the Gutter from the 80s. And my 10-year-old son was with me, and I don't play much anymore. I gave it up when I was a father. But that was the very first song I ever taught myself in guitar. And he was there, and we actually sat in this back tent and grabbed a guitar, and I started playing it, and he's singing it, and my 10-year-old son was with me. And I thought, this is there's some that are bigger names.
Cool.
Yeah.
That meant the most to me. That was really like a special thing.
Yeah, no doubt.
I have a picture of myself with Jim Marshall, who created Marshall amplifiers. Of him and my son, excuse me. He signed.
You showed us that like a year ago, Andrew.
Yeah. I can't find it now. I don't know if I lost it or what. It was on Facebook even.
Well, that's when I found out you were into the music, and I told you my guitar is signed by Steve Vai, right? Like.
Oh, that's right. Steve Vai. Did you watch Steve Vai lately? He's doing a lot of lives from his home now.
I haven't been, Andrew, only because I'm actually taking advantage of this time off and building that cottage and doing the kid thing. And so I mean, I'm very gracious that Roger has allowed me to come on this week because it's actually kind of gave me something to do for the mornings.
No, it's good.
Good to see you on, bud.
Less boring.
I met Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, the guy that taught Steve Vai.
Yep.
And it was the last trade show I went to, and Vox, who we did, was doing a big deal with him. They were creating some signature pedals. And I behaved myself this time, not gonna drink, gonna be getting bed early and doing all this stuff. And then the second last night, it's like, you know what, guys, let's have a drink. We all got into rum and everything. I get in my elevator and he's sitting there. You can tell him right away because he's got that fishing hat he always wears.
Yep.
He's not. They're not tall. Every guy that's in music is like 5'4", 5'6". Steve Vai looks like a giraffe going down through anywhere. You can spot him anywhere. They're all short. Van Halen short. Every one of them short. So I'm standing and I get in the elevator and I look and I'm like, oh shit, that's Joe Satriani and I'm loaded. And I seen him and we're looking back at each other and I said, it's nice to meet you, Joe. Put out my hand and I just kind of took just a tiny little drop. Yeah, I didn't fall, but just a little half step. And he shook my hand very graciously. I said, it's nice to meet you. He goes, nice to meet you too. He goes, you were just telling yourself not to say something stupid, were you? I said, yeah, you kind of nailed me. I said, why did I say it loud and didn't realize? He goes, no. He was really, really nice. I said, tomorrow, if we're all together in our meeting, just pretend that's the first time we met. And he said, like, no problem.
Oh, that's cool, Sam. Didn't know that.
Neat. Everything sounds cooler with Van. I need some coffee. I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay. I will be getting off at noon today, guys, and I'll be back on at 7 o'clock tonight.
Oh, it's Friday.
It's Friday.
I'm almost losing track here of what's going on.
So everybody, don't forget to check everybody's channel out and hit that like button on the way in, way out.
Sorry, Sam, I'm laughing at your comment now. He can't talk. He's about 250 pounds. Serves him right. I love that comment. Go back and get caught up in the chat.
Yeah, Jeff Healy. Jeff Healy was a pretty good Blind Neil. He was a pretty good performer too. I got the chance to meet him when I was pretty young.
Wow.
I knew this lady that happened to be helping him out sexually. They weren't together or nothing. She just spent a couple weekends with him, so I got to meet him. It was really cool. Very humbling. Very humbling.
Wow, that's a way to meet somebody. That's interesting.
It was, well, I can't really talk about my youth here, Andrew, but yeah, I grew up in a pretty crazy world, so I got to meet a lot of different people just due to the connections to my dad, right? But
well, he was Jeff Healy was an amazing guy to talk to. He was very gracious, and I found very intense, but being calm at the same time, which is an
that's right.
mix.
Hyper intelligent. He was hyper intelligent. Yeah, I was pretty young, and it stumbled me actually.
Wise upon his years.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember seeing him on a kids news program. One of the girls, she's now the J-Rock, from Trailer Park Boys.
Yep.
Used to be on kind of like a kids teens news show.
Yep.
When they got on that one. That's where I first seen Jeff Healy. That was back before he took off, when he was just like, they were kind of talking as this kind of phenomena.
Yep.
And,
well, all that Canadian broadcasting stuff was all over our TVs when we were young, right? Because you have to have a certain amount of content. So.
Well, yeah, and it helped them. Like Brian Adams, for instance, got mad at it later, but without that, he would have never even really kind of got off the ground,
Right.
It's a street. A friend of mine, a Canadian guy, we were friends for a long time, but after I left the music business, I hadn't talked too much, was Colin James. Him and I, he's to come. When he come into Montreal, I'd pick him up and we'd hang out together before. He got hired a lot for pharmaceutical gigs. They'd pay a lot of money to have him come in to play for their Christmas parties and all kinds of stuff like that.
Playing a little voodoo thing.
Yeah.
Good morning, Lynn. Hope you're doing well.
Lynn.
Good morning, Lynn.
How are you?
I don't know what you do with Paul, Lynn, but he's behaving very good.
Yeah.
Must have gave him a talking to.
She's around the corner here with a gun.
Ah!
Oh my God.
Well, we know you're well taken care of, and we know Lynn was in the Army, so I'm sure she's got her own.
Yeah.
Her own. Yep.
Hey, Paul,
Gary.
you should take your meds this morning, guy, Paul. Gary wants
Yes,
to
I
know.
did. Yes, I did.
Good morning, Gary. How are you? I love that you guys do that. I think that's so awesome. I think this is, you can become your own support group, all of you.
Yeah, that link I keep posting, that's Lynn's father's story that the documentary that they made about a year before he died passed
Yeah,
on.
it's on YouTube now.
Yeah, it's showing video unavailable, Paul. I just tried.
It is?
Yeah.
That's too bad because it's well worth watching. I sat down and watched it with everybody a few weeks ago. It's very good. Yeah.
It's an amazing.
Hey, Lenny, check and see if it's still up.
Well, I give full credit to my career to the Army because my grandfather was drafted in the Army and they trained him to be a carpenter, and that's how this all started for me.
Living the legacy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I was gonna say something, but like my father, when he joined the Army, he learned how to drink, and that's how it started for
me. You wore it proud. You wore it proud.
Yeah, we will. I'm gonna wear red tomorrow. I'll probably have this shirt on tomorrow for the RCMP.
The only stuff that I have has red, and geez, I don't even think.
Same here. That's what I was just thinking too. What do I even own that's red?
I got a couple of support shirts, but I'm not wearing them.
Sweater.
I don't have that. Xenia loves red. That's her favorite color, and she tried to put me into it, and then I give it away, whatever it is. The next time I'll go into the, collecting clothes to go, and just like there, throw that in too. Yeah.
I'll have something red on me tomorrow.
Why? What's the red for tomorrow?
For the RCMP recognition.
Yeah, for honoring the fall. What's her name?
Oh,
RCMP officer got shot.
Yeah. Did you see on the news that when they started showing her picture, there was a lady in the Netherlands who met her years ago? This RCMP officer had traveled there.
Yeah.
And she met her when she was a little girl, and she kept her picture for years. She was so impressed by this RCMP officer. Once it was on the news, she realized it was the lady she had met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew, click on that one and see if it comes up. I just want to know for sure.
Sure.
It's probably not available in Canada.
Or they want to tax us on it.
Yeah. No, I'm just getting a menu of a bunch of stuff.
So on the link that Lynn posted?
Yeah. Because the link wasn't working at first. Oh, let's try Lynn's here. Let me see.
It's sad that you guys are hated, Sam. And I just built an EMS center, a paramedics training facility. So they have the 911 dispatch, the police, the fire, everybody all in the same building. And it's actually eye-opening to see them all when it opened. It's sad to see the segregation of the different, which without you guys.
The link that Lynn posted, it's working.
Yeah, that's the one.
That one's working. Yeah. Well.
So that's the good link then?
Yeah.
Thanks again for sharing that with us all, Lynn. That's you should be really proud of your father.
Yeah, no, it's really well done. Really,
absolutely.
And those stories need to be kept. It's super important.
Well, not only is it history, I think it has a lot to do with today's attitude with everything that's going on too. And if you persevere and keep moving forward,
You're right, Paul. The discipline those men showed was just amazing, even though a lot of them knew exactly what they were headed for, right?
Yep.
Sorry if the kids are a bit loud, guys.
It's all good. Actually, I got to get coffee. I'll be right back. Yes, I got to get coffee. Lynn, I hope you were sitting down when I said
got to get coffee. Yay!
What? Wait a minute.
Let me try something.
Newsflash.
I'll pass him one through the camera.
Okay, Sam, you take care.
That's right, Lynn. They were just kids.
I might be okay after all. It's okay, Lynn. It's okay.
What'd you do? Wake up Chris?
He's already up. I forgot about Chris being up to this.
He was at his duty station.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. On call. So there you go.
Cheers, JDS.
Okay, JDS. You
Hey,
take care.
JDS. Have a good day, bud.
I bet you do miss your grandkids. These two are missing their grandparents pretty heavy, Lynn. It's hard to understand. They don't really get it, right? Like especially her at 4.
No.
And plus they only get me half the time too, right? So.
But I mean, they know something's up, but they don't know what, and that's kind of the confusing side of all of us. But I won't worry that. Lynn, I didn't want to start you off on a bad day. I'm glad to hear that. So. Lynn, I'm okay. I'm getting coffee.
My granddaughter phoned me last night.
Oh, really?
I bought her a 3D lamp to put beside her bed 2 years ago.
Okay.
And it burnt out day before yesterday. It's finished.
Oh.
Now she wants me to get her another one with that from that movie Frozen.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I know that one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, don't we all?
The greatest marketing of all time. Well, thank you, son.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually using something from Frozen. Look at that to hold up my phone. No kidding.
And she wants me to buy one of those 3D lamps there with the Frozen on it there. Dang it. 65 freaking bucks. Whoa, kid. You're my grandchild, but it's a little bit too much.
Lynn, it's a little steamy, so like Chris said, just for me to be careful. That's what he was telling me.
All right. About $1,000 in new tires and alignments for Monday. That should be fun.
Oh my God.
Gotta have tires.
Hugh, the best. I don't know. I shouldn't say anything, but I've been buying these knockoff China tires for the last 2 years, and man, I've saved a lot of money, and I put a lot of kilometers on.
I just don't trust them. You know, I'm paying a little bit more for for Michelin's, and
I didn't either. I used to have studded ice. What were they? Bridgestone Blizzak studded, and I think they were like $1,600 for the set. I bought these other ones for $700 for the set, and they're just as good.
Yeah, not bad.
But at the same time, 1,200 kilometers a week, right? You know.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife drives a fair bit, so these are for her car. Like my car, I could put the cheap Chinese tires on because I'm hardly ever driving, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I buy Walmart tires for the odd time too. They got some Nexans or something. They're pretty cheap.
Like she's driving back roads and all kinds of stuff, right? She's a PSW, so she has to go to people's places.
Oh, so she's using her car for work every day, all the time.
Every day. Yeah.
I gotta try and find tires for my car, summer tires.
We got our Murano last year, so I had to buy new tires for it summer and winter, and got okay deal. And then after I get them all done, my son ends up getting a job looking after a tire warehouse. And it's like,
oh, jeez.
Could have got a discount, no doubt, right?
Yeah. Before that, you had to work in shoes. You couldn't go to the tire place right away.
Well, I've been watching the classified ads, and the price of everything's dropping like crazy.
Except for groceries and that stuff is starting to.
Yeah, that stuff's going up.
And it's gonna.
Well, I've been looking at farm equipment, Andrew, just to have a little more stuff for the land. I think I'm going to pick up a larger tractor and do a couple acres of garden this summer.
Wow.
Okay.
It's probably a good idea with the price of vegetables, and I got the time. So
I know Farmall, Farmall Fanatic started his auction videos again, and I was looking like combine for $3,500.
Yeah, I actually looking at a Ford tractor right now for $1,500 with a loader. It runs and drives and ready to go. The farmer hasn't used it in 2 years, and he said with the economy, he could use the extra cash for planting. So
yeah, I know there's gonna be a lot of it dumped on the market.
Yeah,
should try and find a tractor for Kim here to do the yard during the winter.
Well, that's it. I got the Cub Cadet lawn tractor with a blower on it, but it's just not enough to do the big driveway.
Yeah. That's like my father, where he lives, rural area, but he's doing it with the push tractor. Finally this year, we got the neighbor to come with the tractor. He does them already because it takes you 3 hours just to get through it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like born in '43. It's time to take a break.
Yeah, we pay a couple $100 a season for the guy to do my mom's driveway, just to
Right.
make sure it's clean for her, right?
He does the putting around after. He'll do out to his woodshed and stuff like that and everything, but just
Yeah.
cut through.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
Your landlord does yours, doesn't he, Roger?
Nope. No, I got a contractor to do it.
Oh, a different guy comes and does it.
Costs me $450 a year. I gotta pay him.
Ouch.
I gotta pay him today on top of that. So
$450 a year. Ouch.
yeah. Well, I rather him doing it than me.
Well, you know what? It gets it done, and then you don't have to stress about it, right?
Yeah.
Well, the thing of it is, you go out and spend more money on the equipment, but then somebody's still got to do it.
Well, that's it, Paul. I spent $7,000 on that lawn tractor with a blower on it, and it's barely capable of doing it. And you got to go outside and freeze for 2.5 hours to do it.
Yeah.
One year I was home. My son, my ex lived about 60 kilometers away from my parents' house. So going back on the holidays, and you always see these warnings on everything. Don't do this. And you're like, how stupid are people? Do you really have to write that? Then one day I passed and a guy's on a 4-wheeler with the plow. And, you usually put a couple of sandbags onto it to get a deep cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, these 8-year-old, I would say roughly 8-year-old kids standing on the blade and holding on the back of the 4-wheeler like that as he's sitting there plowing his driveway.
Ah, stupid.
And it's like, there's where you need the warnings. And you know what? For the ones that need the warnings aren't going to work anyways.
Yeah.
Stupid is stupid. I mean, can you imagine now if you hit a slick piece of ice, that kid went down in between the blade?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Unreal. Did you get to see that link that I sent you? The linguist talking in Old English?
You know what? I totally forgot. You did send it to me. I do have it. I'll look at it.
Yeah, no, just because I thought of you right away. What they did was, instead of him just talking in Old English, they made it look like he was in this day and age but couldn't speak proper English, only Old English. It was very clever the way they shot it.
Why, we got Old English?
Yeah, it sounds nothing like our English. It's very chopped in. It's nothing comparable to it. Yeah.
I've got a whole bunch of books on Old English here sitting in my library.
That's why when I heard, I'm like, yeah, this is.
I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
I love that old stuff.
Is that like the French they talk in Louisiana when we go down to Louisiana?
Well,
not the same thing.
French didn't sound like the regular French either. It was completely different. Yeah.
Or when you go to New Brunswick?
Oh, yeah.
Brunswick, well, that's just a headache and a half, waiting to happen.
That's different French.
I had a friend from New Brunswick, and when he moved down here, we speak English, and he'd go into French, then he'd go into English, and je peux pas le 4D. What?
That's like the guys in the CB one night coming back over. We used to take the ferry with the truck. Channel 17 was Caracat. There's a guy selling a truck, and when you say numbers in French, you say like 420, like it's 420. And he said, "Comment ça coûte pour le truck?" Oh, c'est $425. Also saying bun price.
It blows my mind. The mix of language.
And they do it all day, just nonstop. They're perfectly bilingual, I guess, if you want to call it that. But
it's kind of like watching
Productions. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? Definitely Acadian. Yeah, Acadian. You were born in New Brunswick, Blind Neil. What part of New Brunswick?
That's the word I was looking for.
Acadian. Yeah, it's Acadian French.
Yep.
Sorry, I was off there.
I was looking for that word, Acadian.
I didn't know you were looking for it. I thought you were just.
Well, I mean, that's what I meant. I wanted to say.
I knew what you meant, so that's why. Yep, they're the same pocket, New Brunswick and Louisiana, that are all built around the Acadian.
It's funny because certain French you can really understand, and then the Acadian French is a little different. And then you talk to somebody from France, and I'm totally lost when they speak. Northern Ontario, I can almost understand.
I find Parisian French way easier to understand. I find it so much smoother and not choppy. Quebec is such choppy French.
Right.
You know, people say, "Oh, well, French is so beautiful." Yeah, Parisian French is very flowing. Quebec French is like hitting the high seas and waves. It's not.
The masculine and feminine of it just screws me right over because not using it every day.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
I gotta sit and think. My sister, she's fluent still, but I've lost most of it.
I've lost a lot of it. I can speak it, but
Yeah.
Swear in French.
swear. Nothing comes.
Tabernacle.
Oh, I love swearing in French. There, you can go for 5 minutes saying the same 7 words, and they all just run in line with bang, bang. You could
The old tabernacle and the call listen and all that. Yes.
bottleneck yourself 3 words, and then you're kind of like, where do I go from here? French.
It's funny when my grandmother used to swear, she'd go off in French and then the odd English word would slip out. Oh, it was so hilarious. And she was really proper woman too, so she didn't think we knew.
That's how she was trying to sneak them through the goalie.
That's right.
I learned my French that way because when my old man was pissed off there, he always used to speak in French. So he was pissed off a lot, so we spoke French a lot. That's how I learned my French.
Like in radio stations here, you get a lot of cursing in the French radio stations. It's very common. Even like news programs and stuff like that, not like English at all. They're always saying shit this and shit that in French. It's quite commonplace. St. John, Neil. Yeah, because I grew up in Quebec, but on the Gaspé side, across from the Bay de Chaleur, from the northern side of New Brunswick. Been to St. John 1.5 million times when I used to be a truck driver.
Paul, it's gonna be your grandpa on that pretty soon.
You're getting sleepy.
Yeah.
My fingers.
Just gotta reheat a coffee, guys.
Wait, no. Follow my little what the hell is it? Monkey.
What the hell is it?
Monkey fist. You ever seen a monkey fist? That's a thing, that ball in the.
Hey, Artko. Good morning, Artko. How you doing?
Why do I have that?
And Lynn says even in Italy there are different dialects from north to south. Most definitely, most countries through there, even small ones like Xenia's country, Latvia. There's Latgalian. They speak actually where Pusha, the villages, their traditional language is Latgalian, which is a dialect of it. Xenia tried to teach me some. I'm like, I don't even grab the first language. Don't hit me with another one.
Language is an amazing thing.
It is. It really is.
I lived for 8 years in Boston, Southern Ontario. Lived for 17 years. Canada, a few years in Northern Ontario. Well, me, I lived in Quebec most of my life. I think altogether in the States, I lived 3 years. But the rest of it is all here in Quebec.
I grew up like the Gaspé, moved here, 17 or so. And then I lived for a year in Ajax, Ontario, came back and pretty much stayed there until we moved to Saskatchewan. I've always been active all over North America, really, I guess you'd call it. But yeah, as far as living, that's pretty much it.
English is spare change of all the other languages.
That's a really good way of putting it. I like that. You're right. I like learning Russian, and I want to learn. I want to go back and take a second run at it.
Yeah.
The nice thing about Russian is, like, for instance, in Kenya's country, Latvia, not many people speak it in the world, but with Russian, you can do so many of the other countries. Mixed in with English and French, you pretty much have most of Europe covered, except for Italian and Spanish, Portuguese.
Yeah, Lynn. I bet you any money he didn't sleep last night. He was thinking it was squirrels in his trap.
I love the sound of Russian, Andrew. I love the sound of Russian.
I did too, and I was all excited to learn it, and then it was very soft, and I'm like, "Where's the angriness? I want the angriness." And the only word that came up was "podushka," which is pillow, and I'm like, "Now that's a Russian word. Why do they not all sound like podushka? I want to sound angry. I want to be making treaties when I'm talking Russian. I want to make,
Artko, good morning.
I took French in high school, but never used it, but helped me with definitely. If you know English and French, Spanish is a walk in the park. It's we went to Barcelona the other year and ended up getting a cab. He couldn't speak any English.
That was weird.
And it was basically French and English that got me through it. So
sorry, my unstable internet connection in action again.
Yeah. last couple of days or what?
Ever since the pandemic.
Oh, really?
Everybody in my neighborhood's on the net right now, right? Basically.
It's definitely getting tapped into heavily, to say the least. That's right. We are getting throttled.
Dzień dobry, Artko.
So, Hugh, what you're saying is Bell Canada is letting you down?
No. The internet is overstressed. Period.
Yeah.
Hard stop. Nobody's fault.
That's right. It's just the times and what's going on.
Yeah.
Keep ass FPV. How are you? Oh, it has been a while. How you doing?
Well, thank God this didn't happen 20 years ago. We'd all have nothing for entertainment, right?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Exactly.
That blackout that happened in Ontario and in the mid-east there, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, it was a couple days where that was enough.
Yeah. Geeksvana, I am going out for a walk once the show is over. It is because it's actually warming up here today for the first time in weeks. Yeah, it's actually going to be a nice day. So I'm going to go out for a walk after the show.
So are you going to go out and cut all your neighbors' cable connections? Is that what you're going to do in this walk? Or?
That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Savannah said.
Get my axe out.
I don't like Bell either, Blind Neil. For us, we have two choices, either that or go with Videotron. And I'm not so. He was the head of the Separatist Party here in Quebec for a while. And if I get a cent out of mine, I don't care. I got to go to Carrier Pigeon. Yep.
Why would you want to separate from Canada? One of the greatest countries on the planet.
They want to separate. They want to
dominate.
I shouldn't mention politics. I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they want to blackmail Canada. That's all they want. They don't want to separate. Look at them now. Oh, I love it that they had to call in the army to help them out here in Quebec. Not that I want to be in that scenario, but I can imagine how much they went through when they had to do it. Good on them. They didn't want to say it. I mean, what's more important, people's safety or your own stupid views, you know?
Yeah. No kidding, Andrew. No kidding.
No. I've lived here, but I'm a staunch Federalist. Always been. Damn, Buffer, you've restarted 4 times, giving up. Oh, Lynn, you take
Lynn's having it too. See, I'm not the only one that's having issues.
Oh no, I mean it's worldwide. I mean, a lot of the providers have been very upfront about it. They're throttling it right now because of that.
How come you're at the bottom? You're on top, Waldo.
Oh, it disconnected completely and then came back.
Ah.
Yeah.
Or the alternative story is I just wanted to move around, Roger. Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Yeah.
You didn't like the other neighborhood.
Yeah.
Hey, Geek Savannah. Yeah, remember your day I told you I had to talk to my nurse on Zoom?
Yeah.
She sent me an invite last week, and it worked.
Okay.
She had a scheduled invite.
And it worked?
Yeah, it worked okay. I just clicked on it at 2:30 exactly, and I was online with her.
Right. Were you sexting?
Yeah, I wish.
Nice sign, Rick.
Ah,
that's a good one.
Well, you can tell that there's obviously a bright light in the room I'm in. There's a carbon filter, so I can smoke in here, right? Obviously,
that's a good spot.
Oh, nice.
It's all legal. I got a permit, and that's only 4 plants.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And in this day and age, who's got money to waste on alcohol or that stuff?
Yeah, that's it.
Right?
Oh my God, I watch people lined up at the liquor commission every time I go to the store, and I'm like, you poor saps.
It's around the block here, Andrew. It's just sad. Like there's literally hundreds of feet of line.
Wow.
We used to make our own wine. We still got bottles from like 10 years ago.
Yeah, we're growing up choke cherry and dandelion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly. Blueberry wine and choke cherry.
I used to love watching the birds of the fall eating the choke cherries, and they're all running each other. The ravens and the crows there, they come in like that.
Yeah, they're all stoned up.
That's what you would do before internet. You go watch crows get drunk in the fall.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Speaking of watching stuff, I'm not playing. I'm watching this morning. This is a guy I follow. He's got like 2.5 million subscribers, and he does all this random stuff. A British guy, really great channel. I love random stuff. There's something that draws your time. He couldn't do a video that week because he's working on a bunch of stuff, so he put out a poll and one was to not do a video that week. The second option was to put a bun of garlic bread up into the orbit, or to you just like clicking buttons was on the poll, and they picked the garlic bread, of course. So they set on a weather balloon, and it flies, and it flies, and it flies,
No kidding.
and it flies, and it flies, and then it comes back down to Earth 2.5 hours later.
That's cool.
That
Yep.
is cool.
I saw a guy do that for a book promotion one time. He was a fellow author. He launched a book and he put the book on a weather balloon like that.
Oh, really?
Launched it into space for the book launch. Literally the book launch, right?
That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
It was a cool idea.
Yep, definitely. No, this was he was basing it on. It's he said there's a concept called slow TV, championed by Norwegian broadcast NRK. The emphasis, that emphasis, long unedited, contemplative journeys. So that's what he based it on too, and kind of just started his own thing like that. It is cool, Newfoundland. Like exactly, like that's thinking outside the box, and you think, why would somebody? I didn't watch the whole thing. I'm too impatient. My OCD would go nuts. I did come through, but there's lots of people I'm sure that sat and watched this whole journey of this garlic bread going to.
Hey, Neil,
Everybody-
you had 4 plants. for household.
What's that?
Land Drone Productions. Does he have the SFOC? He could have taken down the space shuttle.
Well, at least those guys are safe up there.
Yes. Yes.
Actually, one woman just came down this week. She was up for 180 something days.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have problems walking after that, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do.
Yeah. That's a long time on the body.
Even though they exercise and everything else, it's still got to be hard.
Yeah.
They have to exercise 90 minutes a day just to try to maintain as much muscle mass as possible.
Yeah. Hey, RC Crazy. Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, RC, how are
Everybody
you?
check out those channels.
Brownie.
Brownie Paul is sitting there looking at his news.
Yeah, Paul needs a brownie. He needs some energizing. He needs some-
Yeah, you need some sugar there, Paul. I'll wake you up.
Paul, did you take your brownie this morning? Instead of medication, we'll call it.
Yeah,
I
I
think
had
Paul-
a brownie. I had a brownie at 5:30 this morning.
Oh my God.
That's
I think Paul ate one of my brownies. That's why he's sleeping.
What can I take to wake me up? Will brownies wake me up, or will they just make me? Because after you eat, you always want to go back to sleep again.
Yeah.
You have crack. Crack is good, they say.
EpiPen wakes up.
No, he meant crackers.
Yeah. It's a consumption, you know. Oh, I dabble with it every now and then. I'll get
I
it.
mean, I could eat a breakfast bowl or something.
No. You need like an EpiPen. Jab yourself with that.
Yeah.
You'll be up for days, man.
Yeah, with brownie serum, then I'll give you the instant.
Blind Neil, we got to talk. We'll talk during an email, or I'll call or something. We'll get you set up there, bud. I hope that little transfer I did helps you with the camera too.
What do you want, Mia? Be right back. She wants to go out.
Yeah.
As long as I don't pass out in between.
Fingers crossed, man.
Wake up between your chair and your door. What was I going to do now?
Yeah, remind me. I got stood up.
So have you done any of that flying on the simulator, Roger, at all, or are you
No.
not? No,
No,
yeah, me neither.
because-
Okay.
Because what happens is if I want to try that, Kim's got to close his computer down and everything because
Oh, okay.
it takes the. That's why when they go on Tuesday nights, I don't go on at all. I close my computer down. I go to bed.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Too
they're
much
finished.
bandwidth.
Yeah. So they're finished. Then I get up and I go on.
I sneak in and watch them the odd time there. I don't have time to even figure out the programming. I don't have a computer yet, but was just curious if you had tried it or not.
No, they want me to try it, but nah, forget it. I got enough doing my live streams and
Yeah, for sure.
doing my errands, doing this, doing that. I like to look at my programs too at nighttime.
Blind Neil, if you can hold off and get the Runcam Orange or Runcam 5 Orange, it would be a fantastic little action camera for you.
Hey, that's enough, I said.
Sorry, Roger. I won't do it again.
Misbehaving, Andrew?
I just got told.
Okay, girl, that's enough. Bye. Bye. Goodbye. Yeah, I love it. Listens to me. Stop.
Where's Kim this morning? Was it risen?
He's gone upstairs with his coffee,
Oh, is he?
his second cup, so he should be coming out saying hi.
Some morning you should start up your live stream from his computer and then wake him up while we're all live and just watch the whole process happen. I'm sure he'd love that.
Well, remember when we started off, the computer was upstairs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, believe me, he barricaded his door and everything to make sure he didn't hear me talk. I had to close my door.
2 feet from him, then you shake him. Kim, wake up! Everybody wants to say hi. I'm sure it wouldn't be tension for days at the house or nothing. So
What's a spirit box session?
Spirit Box is for communicating with spirits.
Yeah.
It goes around and picks up signals and supposedly between radio stations going through and they're sending messages and coming out.
What? You never heard of that?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about paranormal stuff at all. It's not anything I've ever.
Once you get involved in that, you're hooked. I
Uh,
know I am.
in full transparency, I'm not. Xenia, yes, I'm not.
I'm hooked on that 100%.
Yeah.
Cool.
A great channel for the Blind Neil, if you've never checked them out, is Panic D Paranormal. Roger, you know them. Haunted Travels. You've known them for about 2 years now.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of research. It's not just that, but it's a lot of the history that goes with it as well. And that
Yeah.
they both
Most
work.
of the paranormal channels do that too now.
Right?
Most of the paranormal channels do that too now. Do all the history of the place and then the.
Yeah, somewhat. Some of them, it's just like.
Yeah, some of them are a little bit shabby, but
Yeah, I got the feeling. That's the hard part with it. And like I say, I personally, they say I want. His wife is like me, and he's like my wife. So they send us these shirts, and his says "I believe," and mine says "I want to believe," and that's what his wife wears. A forensic teacher in high school, and they do their show together. This is their channel here.
I'd like to believe, but I'm not convinced yet. I haven't seen anything convince me.
Yeah, if I can get definitive proof, and it was.
I'm open though. I'm totally open to it.
The thing is, as a mature adult, you have to be open to everything. You have to have your mind open. As soon as it's closed, that's.
Yeah, well, mine is. I want to see it dead in front of me as anything else. So
put the link in the chat there.
There you go. I just put it in for you. But they're really good people, and they really do a good job what they do. I find they separate themselves a lot from the pack and that, and we've known them. We interviewed them a long time ago.
Eric, I agree.
And we don't believe, and I know what happened, but it was weird that night. We were talking, and of course they know I don't believe. They're just teasing me a bit about it. And I said the only time I ever got a presence that something wasn't right, and like I really felt it, I was being serious, was when I went to Auschwitz. And as soon as I said Auschwitz, the internet died and our interview stopped right there. We had to go back on 20 minutes later on a new
That's
show.
creepy.
To me, that was just the internet died. That was just coincidence. I don't believe it for a second.
I know, but still.
They were all like, oh, to this day, when they come in, they'll say, don't say the A word. That's what they're talking about. Yeah, it literally, it's still there. You can go back and see it under Panic D. You'll see where it stops, like right after I talk, right while I'm talking about it.
Hey, Jones Seekers International. How you doing this morning? Nice to see you. I'm already supporting their channel, Andrew. Already had them.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. You've met them. They've been in here before. They've been friends of ours pretty much early on. Xenia had found them in a chat group or something back when we were only on a couple of months.
I'm pretty sure way like 2 years ago they were in this stream, not on the
Yeah.
panel, but just chatting.
Definitely, like they're a member on our, like they're part of our members and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I mean,
Yeah, because I've got them too for sure. What's that link Mana just put in there about? Bet this guy gave drones a bad name.
I don't know.
I'm just opening it up here. Assault drone with full auto Glock G8. Oh my jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna play it, but there.
Heavens.
Yeah. There's a couple of crazy videos, guys doing stuff with stuff and drones, and yeah, man,
Whoa.
for sure it gives us all a bad name.
Hey, what's up, drone seekers?
In Canada, you're not allowed to fly an airplane or a drone and hunt the same day.
No.
Because that's just basic.
And it shouldn't be that way, honestly.
Of course.
That is such a. I'm sure
I don't.
trying to sneak it through, but
I don't even use my drone to check my bait stations, Andrew. I physically walk. I don't even at all.
yeah.
Rick, you're a hunter, right?
So I'm not a big hunter. My partner's the big hunter.
Well, let me
But
ask.
yes,
I have a question. I wonder why spearfishing is illegal in Canada. I wonder if there's like a good reason for it.
hold on, Hugh. I didn't hear it. My actual partner was calling me. Repeat the question.
I said, I wonder why spearfishing is illegal in Canada. Because you can do it in places like, Australia or lots
That's
of
just
Caribbean.
bureauctic
Yeah. I
shit
think
that goes on there.
It is. There's no good reason for it, right?
No.
Yeah,
Mm.
no.
It's
I'm
kinda-
gonna step out here, gentlemen,
Okay.
but I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay.
No, we can't. No, you're not even allowed to take a plane to fly over, see where the deer are or anything. Then after that, land the plane, go and hunt them. You're not allowed doing that here. You gotta wait. I think it's 8 to 12 hours before you can do it.
Wow. Oh.
It's the same thing with drones. Yeah, RC crazy.
See, here you're not even allowed to bait, like in certain places, states, and that, sending up deer, salt licks and apple, or that you're not allowed to do. That's completely illegal. I
Yeah.
don't think there's anywhere in Canada that allows it. Any province, there's a lot more control on that stuff.
Well, here, see this year, my next door neighbor, he put all of his traps close to the entrance of the woods where he could see him with the drone.
Right.
Because he had his operation on his neck. He can't go out that much. So he takes the drone, just flies it out, and sees if there's anything in his traps. Then he comes back with the drone. If there's anything, his girlfriend gets on the 4x4 and one gets it.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, he just had that operation and that. So.
Yeah.
That happens to a lot of French people in Quebec have that operation. It's because they wear the French mullet. It puts extra weight on their neck over time.
Now that woke me up.
No, that's quite common. I think about probably 70% of French Quebec males have that. Yeah.
No salt liquors there. RC crazy.
Yep. No. So, okay. There you go. So yeah, because I know in some you can really bait pretty heavy in that. Yeah, but like our moose season here is 1 week a year. Deer season is 1 week a year. Partridge grouse lasts for I don't know 2-3 months, I guess. A couple of them, but they're short hunting seasons.
I know up in Rawdon, they got a very big deer population. And I mean very big deer population. The government's even giving money to people to buy carrots to feed them.
What?
But
Yeah.
you see, that's what bugs me. That was the same as where my parents grew up. Why not extend the season and get down the population to a controllable number?
Yeah.
You don't have that problem. You don't want them dependent on people. That's why they're all getting hit by cars.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, John Spizo, how you doing? Yeah, because my brother used to live in Rawdon. He lived there for about 20 years. And the deer go right up to his back door to get food.
Yep. My parents, that's what was happening. They were getting hit every night. Somebody was hitting a deer. They were all walking from yard to yard. My parents put out bird seed. The deers were eating it. Any flowers out, and it was all getting eaten.
Yeah.
You know, and that's because of people putting out food. And that, yeah, that's all nice and sweet. You get deer in front of your house, but then when everybody's hitting them with their cars and that, or disease runs rampant through them because they're all, the numbers are out of control.
Mm.
It's considered harassing fishing. Yeah.
But so Blind Neil was saying that it's considered cruel to spearfish. When you catch a fish with a hook in its mouth,
yeah,
pull it off, throw it back in, and catch it again. Is that not cruel?
Yep.
I mean,
well, look at what my father guiding. It's all catch when he was still going and still catch and release. So you have a salmon 41 pound, like I was showing you guys, on a fly rod. He could be on for 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And then 50 minutes of all that to pull the hook out and put him back in the water on his merry way.
Exactly. Boom, one shot with a spear gun.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're going to eat it because you've shot it with a spear, right?
Yep. I agree. I wish they'd allow, because I love you, Hugh, so much, because you're, and I know you would look like Poseidon going in. I could so see you getting ready if it was allowed. Yeah. This would be. I will lobby to get the law changed just so I get you in the water. I want to be there for it. So
I just love watching these Australian guys spearfish. It's so cool, and I just wondered why we couldn't do it in Canada. So,
no, I know. I agree.
I'm too old and fat to go spearfishing, but
you wouldn't do it.
Watch it on YouTube, though.
You wouldn't do it. I could see you doing. I could so see you doing it.
Oh yeah. You're underwater. I'd be floating, right? So it'd be all good.
It would be fun to try.
I used to scuba dive back in the day.
Well, you said you were going to snort. Oh no, you were talking about the drone this year. That's right.
Yeah, I was also talking about snorkeling.
Yeah, snorkeling as well. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't always have the best memory, so.
Oh, me neither.
I would like to call it selective, but if it was selective, I'm not selecting the right stuff sometimes.
Now what you got going on back there, Paul? Looks like Falun Gong or something.
No, he's on mute. He doesn't know it.
Oh.
You're on mute, Paul.
This is a very famous Japanese high school band that's been in the Rose Parade and all over the world and whatever. Oh. And boy, are they good. Not only pleasing to the eye, but they're good. They really know how to belt out the tunes.
Interesting.
Let me see if I think it's going to pixelate, but let me give it a try.
Don't play the music though, Paul.
No, I know, but I've got everything muted. But see, they do all these special moves and everything, and
yeah.
I like flag work. It's cool.
Well, even the band members, they all get right into it. It's the Takabani or something like that.
I wouldn't play it
Takabani.
Paul, I wouldn't play it though too long in succession. He can still get hit with it, just to break it up in sections or something, just so it doesn't have too much of a pattern. Sorry, I just wanted to let you know in case you didn't know that.
Okay, I'll just click through it real quick.
That's what's been happening to a lot of people during the pandemic and all stuff like that, or when the elections were going on, stuff was showing stuff in the background and still getting hit.
Yeah.
That's why, it still makes it, it's worse with audio. Audio is going to get caught a lot more, but yeah, it's still even playing in the background.
It's spooky how quickly they catch you with audio.
Well, it's like a thumbnail. You ever do that on your phone? You say, what song am I listening to? And put it up.
Oh yeah, the Shazam app.
That's the exact same technology that's catching you. Same as like with GPS is all working off of which was originally the Army's network of satellites. That's exactly what they're doing. Shazam is just a byproduct of that copyrights.
It just amazes me how fast they can make that correlation. It's just wow.
Mm-hmm.
That almost makes me believe in ghosts. That almost feels supernatural sometimes.
It's just a match of a sound wave. It just pairs up. Got a match. Yep.
Technology is pretty spooky sometimes.
We had a guy that had 18,000 subscribers. He did a video where he from Australia, and he's photographed almost every rock band that's ever played like live, like as a photographer. And one night he was pouring in a video, he was pouring beads, shells into a vase. He went to bed and woke up with no more channel, hit 3 copyright strikes in that video and took him down overnight. Took him weeks to get his channel back just because it screwed up and made a mismatch.
Oh God.
Yeah. Woke up the next morning with the notification, and back then you get that big bright red screen that your channel is gone. Like,
oh, I can't. That would be heartbreaking.
Big time. Yep. So now that's a good thing. YouTube has changed that now. If your channel gets taken down, you have 7 days before they remove it. So that gives you time to really send in quickly and get some information on it, showing you proof.
Yeah.
Back then you had no chances. It was gone. It was gone. Yep.
Pretty bad.
Well, there was a girl, 600 and some thousand subscribers. It was this got to be about a year and a half ago now, I guess. Xenia used to follow her, and one day her channel was gone. And she worked with YouTube, and they helped her out and came to the conclusion they don't know where it went. It must have been in a server migration or something, and her channel's gone forever. She had to start over.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Nothing they could do. It's not there.
Wow.
It's there, but it's not there, you know?
I started watching this van life channel, Max and Lee, really good couple. And then I realized towards the end of watching a couple of videos, they just broke up.
Oh.
And now there's no more Max and Lee.
Yeah,
I just got into it yesterday.
That happens a lot, you know. Xenia and I even talked about that sometimes. We're like, should we be doing couple stuff? Because it yeah. There's some pretty big ones. Jesse and what's his name that did the with Casey Neistat. Jesse, he's like him and his girlfriend, they broke up. They had their show together for years.
Oh, okay.
They had all these teenage kids freaking out when it was happening. So.
Everybody check out everybody's channels. Don't forget to hit that like button. Be much appreciated.
Keyboard is stepping.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. Thank you.
Oh,
Here, babe. Want to take this one out? Thank you. So it doesn't spill. Thank you.
I miss having little kids.
Yeah, Audrey and I fell asleep last night after our live stream. I always say she's like the human incubator. Her and I just lay down and watch her. Whether I'm planning to sleep or not, it's going to happen. So.
Yeah, good job being a dad. A lot of fun.
It is. And they're all different ages. I only ever wanted one child at first. I was so adamant about that. I only ever wanted one. And then now I'm with 3. I have no regrets. None. Don't get me wrong for a second. But the tap is run dry. That's not good.
My faucet has been severed.
Hell yeah. There's not an old microwave that I won't walk by 45 times if need be. I'll keep my cell phone in my underwear, whatever it takes. Oh, hang on, I got a call. Yeah.
My son's girlfriend keeps it down there just to get that vibration going. Oh my God. Phone me.
When you make Paul hold his head, you know it's a gem. Oh my God.
We could put it in the chat, Roger, her phone number, and tell you to speed dial. Right now.
Oh my God.
Uh,
Oh my god, that was unexpected and so amazing. I don't know why.
I'm at a loss for words.
I feel like it's Christmas.
Yeah, coming out of Roger like that, that's not very often.
Oh, exactly. That was your Haley's Comet, folks. So enjoy it. Oh my god. But tell us how you really feel about it, Roger.
Lose my channel for sure.
Oh,
I'll be right back. I forgot to close the gate on the other side of the garage between me and the neighbor, and I just see the wind blow it open and back closed again. And I thought,
Okay.
I need to get that secured because Mia would be gone.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
oh.
Oh lordy. I don't know how I'm gonna keep a straight face after this. I gotta go see him after.
There's no topping it. You definitely set the peak very high. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for a spin after.
Yeah, I gotta go out to the grocery store and I gotta go buy cigarettes.
Oh, I know. I'm still holding on. I bought in advance. I should have even bought more. But
Yeah.
because you gotta be careful too, you know.
Yep.
You get where I'm coming from.
Yep.
Well, you know who's on Joe Rogan yesterday? Tom Green.
Really?
Yeah.
That'll be
I've watched
interesting. Oh, that's gonna be afternoon at some point. I'll have that running.
Oh yeah. Got to see that.
Yep. Oh, definitely. That'll be good. I like Joe Rogan, except when he gets too much of himself and then he's talking for 40 minutes. It's like, did you know you had a guest on by any chance? That's my only issue with him. He's got an
sometimes.
amazing show. I just find sometimes he trails off into himself sometimes too much. Like he'll show clips later on, on the Joe Rogan clips.
Oh, yeah.
It's 20 minutes long and it's just him talking. It's like his guest just sitting there, buddy. You got somebody there with you, don't you know?
It's one of the only shows where you get a really long dialogue that goes off into all kinds of tangents. I love that.
I love
just, you never know what's going to happen.
No, and I love that. Like, don't get me wrong. I love all the format onto it. All I just meant was sometimes I find he gets.
No, exactly.
Instead of if it was all that time of just back and forth, it would never shake me at all. So.
And I love that the right thinks he's a leftist and the left thinks he's a rightist.
Yes.
He's like, dudes, leave me alone. I'm in the middle. Stay away from me. Anyway, sorry, politics.
They're all trying to pull him on each of their own sides. Like, who's your rock coming from? Well, no, actually. No, he's really carved out himself. I mean, he is kind of the god of the podcast.
Oh my God, yeah. I never saw that coming.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, what was it, Fear Factor, whatever he did 20 years ago, where they were eating all those weird things?
Yeah.
That was the Joe Rogan I remember.
Even before that, he had the show News Radio with what's his name from Kids in the Hall.
I never saw that.
Yeah, News Radio. He was on it with. That's where the other Canadian that his wife shot him and shot himself there. He used to do the voice of the Simpsons and all that.
No way.
Troy, the voice of Troy McClure on The Simpsons?
No, I don't watch it.
Okay, let me find his name here. Let me see. He's a famous comedian. He's been on tons of shows. Dave Foley, that was his show from Kids in the Hall News Radio. He was the star. It was on for a good couple. It was a high rating show, and then after this guy was gone, News Radio.
Yeah. See, crazy. I find that ridiculous. So they stopped selling cigarettes. That's a little bit crazy because
it's dangerous.
That's addiction. It's
Yeah.
People will be going up the walls even worse now.
People be robbing stores to get their cigarettes.
Yeah.
Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman.
That's the show that he died when they were doing was News Radio.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yeah, there it is. There, so News Radio, and Dave Foley was the star, and Andy Dick was on it, and there's Joe Rogan. That's where he kind of got his start in television.
Oh, Maura Tierney.
Vicki Lewis into it and Phil Hartman. John Lovitz was on to replace.
Oh, I love John Lovitz.
John Lovitz came in to replace Phil Hartman after it happened.
Wow.
But yeah, no, that they have images. They're all together. Yeah, there we go.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
There's Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan
Hey,
was
Centroid.
over on the left.
Yeah.
How you doing there, Centroid?
Hey, Mark, what's going on? I love news radio. Yeah, I still watch it from time to time. Yeah, and Phil Hartman was a sad one. That was so senseless.
Weird.
Yep. Awful. And he was such a good he was such a good TV comedian. Like, I'm well just lurking. Oh, you got school this afternoon. Classes, I should say, excuse me.
I'd be back.
Welcome back.
Phil Hartman.
Willkommen.
Okay there, Centroid, no problem. You got classes this afternoon on top of that, Centroid?
Yeah, Centroid. So how are the classes coming? Are they building or are they staying at about a certain level, or how's that going?
And I think here, are they supposed to start going back to school here in Quebec pretty soon?
They're talking about it. I have a feeling it's gonna.
But yeah, but they said only if the parents want their kids to go to school. Okay, if they don't, keep them at home.
Yeah, but that's, you know, where that's gonna all end up. The teachers are already in an uproar. They're ready to take them to court over it, not so. I don't see it getting off the ground. Yes, Frankenstein. I'd forgotten all about him playing that. Yeah, he did a ton of characters on there. See, I started watching a lot of the old sitcoms again because Xenia didn't see a lot of them growing up, of course. So that's how we kind of started watching those type of shows again.
Yeah, Andrew says that is it. Well, and Roger said too. Aren't all the Indian reservation where everybody used to go closed to outsiders?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they did it to protect from white people bring in, but they're still doing
Bringing in. Yeah.
I'm surprised the natives are holding off this long. Some because
yeah, I mean, too, because some just live off of that, really.
Well, they're getting money from the government, but how much is really going to them and how much is staying with the band office? We know how that usually works.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised. I figure it's not going to last too much longer. So we'll see. And let's face it, they gave a shot to our economy just before all this happened. They had the railway shut down for a month, which knocked our economy, and then this happened. So then the first thing announced was the package for them.
Mm-hmm.
We're out officially until May 15th and see what to do then for Mark says for his side. Hey, Tony, how are you?
Hey, Tony, how you doing?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Okay, so Mark says that his classes are about on an even keel now. That's good. Not 100%, but still good.
That's very good. Huh. Oh, still some of them open, Blind Neil? I know they handed a bunch of fines out a couple of weeks ago to whites that went over the reserve here. It was $1,000 a pop, and it was handed out by the peacekeepers themselves, not the
no kidding.
Yep. There's a big billboard when you go over the Mercier Bridge, and then you come down, and then you're into native territory, and then it starts out along the waterfront and to the other side. And there's a gigantic billboard where you do a U-turn on that highway.
Yeah,
it's right there. Anybody caught trying to buy cigarettes is $1,000 fine.
Wow.
Hey, Nomad Unbroken, how you doing?
Morning, bud. How are you?
Howdy, Nomad.
Oh, you too, Tone. Always a pleasure, my friend.
Must be hard on the native economy there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're getting hit hard.
Oh yeah, because they can't be making much money off those cigarettes in the first place.
No, they're selling in bulk, you know,
Right.
for the most part. So yeah. I mean, the bags they're sometimes you'll see them in boxes for like $8 a bag for 200 cigarettes. That's a carton, you know.
Yeah.
If there had been Indian cigarettes when I quit, I wouldn't have quit. I quit because it was too expensive.
No, that's what I always say. At these prices, everybody should be smoking. You know, you should take
Right?
it.
You guys should all start. No, I'm only kidding.
I'm saying that I really don't endorse it. I'm just joking too.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, no, it's crazy.
Well, you're talking about provincial borders, right?
Yeah.
Blind Neil. He says that if they were to close off all the borders, they'd be completely cut off.
Oh, is that Mia?
Yep.
Maybe there's a skunk in the trap or a squirrel or something. Oh no, they took them away. Never mind.
Roxy, for her to bark, it's too much work.
Poor Roxy.
That's a lot of energy.
Yeah, she only barks when the car comes in the yard. That's it.
The reservation borders.
Ah. Oh, so you must be behind a reservation then? Or surrounded by them, I guess.
Because yeah, here, like I went the other day, they're still selling gas and all that stuff. That's all going, and just signs that say like no cigs or stuff like that onto it.
Yeah.
But supposedly, a friend of mine was talking to his friend that lives on the reserve, and when they're handing out some of the tickets, people were actually driving around the reserve, going to houses looking for the owners of the smoke shops to try and buy from them there.
Holy shit, that's getting bad.
Yeah, and not smart. Going a bit stir crazy. Oh,
And they answer their doors with guns. So
yeah, I did a lot of work over there with signage for those guys, and that there's a lot of them. They live right by their place, and they have like 16 cameras everywhere. There's some of them with Escalades with like compounds around.
oh yeah, they're worse than the Hell's Angels.
Yeah, big time.
Hey Heath, how you doing? 3D prints and retro gaming.
How are you?
Oh, a package. What'd you get?
Oh, thanks, Tony. Yeah, Roger's.
You're on mute, Paul.
I always say when I come on Roger, I'll tell Xenia, okay, I'm just gonna go and sit down with Roger for a half hour, and she's like, yeah, right.
I think we're more interesting than 30 minutes, Andrew. Come on.
It's gotta be.
You're playing honestly. Come on.
I can't seem to shake it, so I guess it is that way. Xenia likes to say it's like an old guy's barber shop where you gotta congregate around, you know.
Exactly.
Okay, Heath, yeah, you can put the link in.
What you got?
What'd you get, Paul? What'd you get?
Surgical masks.
Oh, nice.
I didn't have any, and I thought if this continues to get worse, I better have some.
Yeah, you better, yeah.
So I bought, I think there's 100 here.
Yeah. Yeah, they're always better to have them, Paul.
Yeah.
100 of them for $125.
Yeah, it's $1 each.
Ouch.
I bought 20 for $25 here, Canadian Tire. Just leave them in your truck. Leave a pack in your truck. That's what I did. I left them in my car. So
They came from Brooklyn, New York.
Ooh.
Which is kind of scary to think they came from New York.
China.
Especially when they were manufactured in China, made their way to Brooklyn, and then headed over to you. You got the whole.
Everybody check out that link that 3D prints just posted. That's his build he's doing on his truck.
Wow.
Hey, Andrew, can you? Oh, Andrew's not on. Roger, can you translate that for me?
Translate it? What's
Translate.
Chinese?
Yeah.
Well, hell no.
Let's see that again. Let's see that again. Surgical masks. Yeah, surgical masks. That's what it says. The only Chinese I know is, egg roll and some young guy and
Yeah.
Some young guy. Yeah, there you go.
Almond chicken.
almond chicken.
Yep. Sweet sour pork.
General.
Or the other phrase I always get when I order it to go,
Yeah.
about a 15 a minute. About a 15 a minute.
It's a very nice truck, Heath.
Wow.
And you
It's
did a 3D.
amazing.
You made it out of 3D printer.
I really need a 3D printer. Boy, people are making some cool things.
I don't even have time for that.
Yeah.
Well, you can't teach this old dog that kind of a new trick.
Yeah, me too.
Hugh, you're still young enough.
Yeah.
You're still in that youngin' category. Young whippersnapper.
Drone Shot says, I think those are the same ones they showed on the news.
The mask.
Said no good.
Oh, crap.
It came from Walmart.
Oh, boy.
Took you 2 weeks to build it, Heath? Yeah. I'm still looking at the video, Heath. Yeah. Hey, Goldfish, how you doing? Good morning, good morning. Oh, now he's gonna try it.
What's up, Go Fish? Heidi. Well, I think I'm going to step out of here a bit early, and I'm actually going to go outside and go for a walk.
The governor's just on the TV now talking about she's extended the stay at home until May the 15th now.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. Trudeau was supposed to speak this morning. I don't know what he's saying. So.
Yeah. Does anybody care?
No, not really.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, Hugh, take care.
Take care, Hugh. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys. I'll see you probably tomorrow. Or
All righty.
Saturday tomorrow, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'll try to catch you guys.
He's on tomorrow. He's on Sunday. He's on Monday. He's on Tuesday. He's on Wednesday, Thursday, and
Tonight.
next Friday. And 9 o'clock
Oh,
tonight.
on tonight?
Yeah, tonight's 7 o'clock. Yeah.
All right.
7 o'clock tonight and 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
Yep.
And 7 o'clock on Monday night.
All right.
I don't know about Monday there.
Well, you've been doing Monday nights.
I might be taking it off Monday night.
See you later, guys.
Yeah, that was very nice indeed there, Heath. Too bad your yard's not any bigger to try it out better. Everybody, check out everybody's channels. Make sure you still got them supported. You're on all the time, which is amazing. Go Fish, I know. I'm on sometimes a little bit too much, I think. Yeah, I know the lockdown sucks. Well, we got a very big yard here, so it's not that bad there, but we're freezing our butts off here, Heath. Yeah. Our weather's not that good here. Besides that freaking lockdown, we got bad weather. So Welcome back.
Gentlemen,
Hey,
how's it going now?
we're hanging, Rick. How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad. I got the young two fed there. They're eating their lunch, so
Good.
Aha, good.
all is well. And I was smart enough to get a 2-pack of coffees at Tim Hortons this morning, so round 2. It's funny, sometimes when I go back to the cottage, I buy 4 or 5 and then I heat them up on the wood stove for the next 2 mornings.
Okay.
Well, Roger, don't you use Tim Hortons coffee?
Yep.
I tried that.
Buy the big can there.
I bought the 1-pound bag, but I didn't find I had the right cream.
that's the
I use milk. I use only 2% milk.
That's why it's hard to replicate it at home with those McDonald's or Tim Hortons and that, because they use double filtered water. But on top of that too, that's like 18% cream.
Yeah.
It's a heavy cream.
Yeah. And me, I'd rather have milk in my coffee. I don't like cream that much.
I like cream into it. I drink milk at home. I'm not buying it separately. I don't really care. I enjoy it if it's there, but I'm not going out of my way for it.
Yeah.
Same thing. We don't buy it at the house or anything, but yeah, if I go through Tim Hortons, I get cream in
Yeah, it's like it's
it.
part of the treat of going, like type of thing. Like
Just like I grab 2 donuts.
He says in the UK, it's beautiful weather, clear blue skies, but they're still on lockdown.
Well, I've been watching. Honestly, I know we don't go too much. Andrew, so good to see you. Hope you both are doing well. Doing well. Thank you so much. Go fishing. Same to you. Same to you. The distancing is going to go on for a while, and honestly, some of the stuff I'm seeing lately that's going on with some of these protests, and I can't believe what's happening. I can't believe what's happening.
Yeah.
Especially when you're watching this stuff and so like the amount of people that are just so vulnerable in all this. I just want it to be over. I wish everybody would stay the Christ home and get it over with. So
Yeah.
let's move on. That's what it has to be. Because none of us want us, the ones that are staying home and isolated don't want to be isolated either. Nobody wants to be.
Yeah, that's it.
You know?
Exactly.
Not because of the love of it.
Well, the thing is now the community spread's happening apparently down here in Southern Ontario because everybody's not staying home, right? So
It's going to come back worse than ever. It's going to be a gigantic second wave of this because of this.
Hey, Rick, Go Fish says hi to you.
hello, Go Fish. I'm trying to.
Oh, wow. Paul, you're reading the chat.
Yeah, because Centroid, this is the most interaction we've seen from Centroid for quite a while.
And it's good to see you, Mark.
Go Fish. I'm in the chat under Ashley there.
Going through Mark withdrawals.
Yeah, everybody's going through mark withdrawals. Yep.
Everybody's asking about you, wondering where you are and stuff like that.
Oh, by the way, I sent an email to Nacho. He just got out of the hospital. He's feeling a little bit better. That's why he hasn't been in live streams lately.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
geez.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the bug, didn't he?
Well, he had pneumonia. I know that. So he didn't say what he had exactly, but I know he had pneumonia. So he's feeling a lot better. He's at home now,
Good.
Oh,
but he's resting up.
that is
Good to
very-
hear you made it home. That's for sure.
Jeez.
I think that's the biggest. If everybody just stays home and we do this for a couple more weeks, it should give us
Yeah.
that push we need, right?
No. The second wave, if it comes back, it's going to be worse. It's going to be worse because people aren't going to be as diligent in that, and it's going to hit.
Yeah, that's why I bought the masks.
No, exactly. I see that, and good for you. I mean, those ones are more to protect if you have it to give it to somebody else, but every bit of precaution is really,
Yeah.
really important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think it's going to get to the restriction. If we get a second wave, they're going to demand that everybody have a mask on. There isn't going to be some people with and some people without.
Well, I mean, let's call it, I'm going to say it, between the beaches and between people standing shoulder to shoulder with a bunch of AK-47s, it's got some of the stupidest things that could ever happen in the history.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I don't want to make a play, but I mean, that it's revolting. That's the only word I can call it, is revolting. And then they're gonna wonder when their parents are saying, when their grandparents are saying, when their kids are saying, and all that stuff. It's time for a little bit of common sense to prevail. I mean, for the love of God.
Well, yeah, those pictures are down on the beach of people just all together. I mean, just this when they opened them up this last weekend. I mean, it's like unbelievable.
Well, yeah, but I mean, and the same with the program. Give me liberty, give me death. Well, you're going to get death. You're all standing together, down congregated 5,000 of you, shoulder to shoulder. I mean, what do you expect is going to happen?
Yeah.
And the same with the beaches.
You could get more respect for their opinion if they like circled around a Capitol building or the State House or whatever, and they were 6 feet apart marching. You know?
They set an example. At least you could say they showed an effort to stay, but I mean, it was ridiculous. And the same as the ones on the beach, a bunch of young snuts. Oh, it's not going to bother me. No, not at all.
Nothing bad ever happens to me. Nope.
No, it's selfish. That's the thing about it. It's so selfish to everybody else that's stuck in a house, you know, that wishes they were out just like them. It's not that the other ones want to be in a house.
Well, and the sad part is, like you say, Andrew, when grandma dies, they'll be the first ones standing there getting tested, and they are positive. Saying, oh, I didn't know.
No, exactly. How did this happen? Why me? Why did the government not do enough to protect me? You know, that's what's going to be said.
I didn't know.
Yep. My God, there was that interview with the mayor of Las Vegas. I didn't know till my mother told me. Did you see her? People want to get back gambling.
Yeah.
And they asked, well, how are you going to do 6 feet there? Well, that's not my problem. Something that's known for bringing in elderly people into one room. So nothing bad will come out of that, you know.
It's sad, Andrew. The actual whoever's building this one casino, I'm not going to mention where it is in Ontario, they want us back on site.
Of course.
Like,
of course. Major money. I mean, let's call it for what it is. Of course, it's that. Nobody wants to be down. Nobody wants to be out of work. Nobody wants to be worrying about their job. Nobody wants any of that stuff. But the longer we keep dragging this out by doing these like the defiant stuff, is just the longer it's going to drag on that the economy is going to stay down. It's
and when you build a casino, you got to have hundreds of workers in there,
and you got to have people with money. I know what they want to do. They want to capitalize on a bunch of people down to their last luck. You know, going in and throwing up the mortgage to try and win it in the casino. That's exactly what it is. There's always money paid. But, this will last more than a year, in my view, Andrew, over here. They're saying, oh, I agree. I agree. And we're never going to go back to normal again. If anybody is learning from it, it's going to be a new type. We won't be perfectly protected, but we're going to be a different normal. People aren't going to be wanting to be as close and stuff like that. And yes.
I don't even listen to the news really anymore. I only look at the weather and that's it.
I watch it once a day. I watch one the national. I don't want to be following it all day. It's too much.
Yeah.
And then
I watch it.
And I don't care if it's Fox, CNN, CBC, CTV, whoever it is. They're all just looking for any story that grasps onto it.
That's
right. Grasshoppers get COVID. You know what I mean? They're just digging and digging for anything just to drag it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice to be informed, but you just can't get sucked into the whole works of it.
No, exactly. And they're all guilty of it. Every one of them. Every single one of them.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yes, don't forget, everybody, on Saturday, tomorrow, Centroid will be on at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Hey, Max there, how are you?
On Tata.
Ta-da.
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 I enjoyed your show the other night. I did enjoy it, by the way.
It's kind of like mana, ta-da.
Oh, no, nothing. Polar opposite. I was gonna say, welcome, Mark. It's good to see you because everybody's asking me where you are, and that the only time I said the last time I seen him was here. That's after that. I haven't seen him in ages, so I don't know where he's gone.
Max here, how you doing?
This one's for Paul. Paul's been so good this morning. He deserves this. So.
I've been good.
Keep this showing to Paul. John walks in right in the moment.
Hey, John.
That's the look you have on me. That's the look. That's what I get. I see it on the screen. As soon as I'm coming in, that's what happens. How's loves everybody today.
Andrew timed it perfect.
Oh my god!
He did. I don't even know how he knew I was coming in. All of a sudden, I look over there. I'm like, what the is that?
I just like that you're all together. That's something that means a lot to me. I sometimes weep when I look at it. It's just nice.
Crazy. I love it.
How you doing?
Thank
So
you.
far, so good. I've been disinfecting the shop and everything this morning and doing the payrolls and blah, blah, blah. So now I'm waiting for everyone to show up. So I had time to come in for a brief minute.
What time's your shop meeting, John?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. So you're serving a gourmet lunch? Is that what
Absolutely. So I told
What a
him we can go to
guy.
any restaurant you want in a month. Yeah.
I thought maybe you'd at least have a bag of chips or something there.
Right?
Make sure you have no
I'm
Kleenex
such
and
a
one.
terrible host.
Make sure you have no Kleenex and only one hanky in case somebody's got
That's it. And we're going to pass around a mask we can all put on as we talk, right?
Use mine. I got you covered.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, you guys.
That me cracked up. That was the funniest thing, John. When you came in with the same look, I love that.
I had to do that because I'm staring at it on the other screen. I'm like, how the hell did he do that?
I'm just reliving it in my head over and over.
How the hell did he know I was coming in and put that damn thing? I didn't have the volume on. I didn't even know what was going on. You know, and I come in and then I look at the screen. I'm like, I open my mouth like.
And Centroid said the other day when he first seen it about me, wait, George, that was actually supposed to be, oh my God, Lewis P. Floyd.
Oh, you should have put him in there.
I just didn't have enough time to finish him, but he was supposed to make a special appearance with them, and it was going to be Lewis. And, I'm trying my best.
Oh, you guys cracked me up.
Everybody check out everybody's channels. Make sure you stick on supported. And don't forget to hit the like on the way in and way out. And I will be closing down at noon today, guys. And I'll be back on tonight at 7 p.m.
Well, Centroid's in there too. If he's still in there, hello. Hello, Mark. Hope everything's going good with your classes and everything.
Sir Elton John, yeah, there you go. I'll put myself in the duck suit, okay?
Pull a Sir Elton John.
AMAX Air 420.
Hey, I got a question for everybody. Maybe you guys know or don't know, but I'm going to share this really quick. I went, I was up late last night, and I went to my favorite shopping source, and I bought a couple of things, and I don't know whether I should have or shouldn't have, or
shouldn't have. I'll jump on that one.
All we're seeing is us on the screen there, Paul. You're not showing the
Well, hang on. Let me stop sharing. I thought I selected it, but
something was missing.
Okay, it should come up now, is it?
No, it's still us.
Yep.
What the hell's going
Take
on?
care of yourself. Have a good day. Enjoy your meal.
Okay, Heath. Have a good one.
Bye, 3D prints.
Cheers, Heath.
It's a hard call, Max, there.
Where is that? Is he sharing anything yet? Nope.
Not yet.
I don't have my chat set up or anything. I just.
Paul's having problems.
Paul was eating one of the Canadian brownies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? There he goes.
There you are.
What, you bought a magnifying glass?
No, I bought 2 of these UV sterilizer ultraviolet wands.
Why?
They kill viruses 99%. And all you got to do is just pass it over anything. Like,
Have you read the reviews on this? Like actual reviews?
Yeah, there's reviews on it. And they say that it works.
In Amazon or external ones?
External ones.
Oh.
Okay.
And I bought 2, one for me, and she's not here, I hope, but I'm going to give one to Lenny.
Nice.
Very nice.
Hopefully they work right.
Yeah, I mean the technology does work. It's sometimes
the technology's there. I don't know if it's in a handheld wand without a big.
Well, that's why I was
behind.
up. That's why I was up so late last night. Was I kept going from YouTube to YouTube to YouTube to YouTube. reviews and all kinds of stuff, you know. And they said that it really works well for like one of the worst places for germs or whatever you guys have is on your phones and your personal devices. And then I went on and saw a couple of news, like Chicago News did a special on it where they actually went in the newsroom and they had the testers come in and they tested everybody's workstation, you know, with the swab and everything and put it in the Petri dish. And 24 hours later, they came, then they disinfected with the wand all over the office. And then they did the Petri dish thing again. Then they came back the next day with the results. And the person, the doctor that supervised the results says, yep, before there was all kinds of staphylococcus, there was all kinds of disease and everything. And after they were done, nothing in all of their workstations.
Well, I mean, like in Korea and places like that, it's more common than having a dishwasher is having an ultraviolet dryer where you wash the dishes, put them in there.
Yep.
It is common. I was just kind of a bit concerned about with the wand, how long it takes if it does come. Exactly. What's that, John?
Yeah, you're going to do small areas, but you only have to pass it over like an inch or two above, and you just pass it over. You don't have to like hold it there for 3 minutes. It's just pass it over.
When you get that in, would you send me the patent number to that so I can look it up when you get it in? Because it should be on the directions or
Well, basically has to be. Legally, it has to be on there.
Well, I don't know where it's from.
Well,
it's from China. It don't have to be.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. You know, I just wanted to look up the patent.
But you can go to Amazon, John, and there's got to be some manufacturers in the United
I just want to see what they're using for a light source. That's all. You know, I know a lot of hospitals now, and Cooley Dickinson is one of the pioneering ones, and that's how they sterilize all the rooms. But they have a robot that does it, and they have to lock down this room, and you do not want to walk in there when they're doing it because it will blind you. And
well, yeah, that's what the warnings were on all of them is do not look at it. You may want to wear a good pair of sunglasses and don't at all stare into the focus it on what you want to focus it on.
As far as sunglasses, you would have to get UV protection.
UV, yep, exactly.
If it's a real UV bulb in there. So that's the thing. You got to see what the LEDs that they're using in there, you know, if they're actually, I mean, it's a great product if it really is everything it's checked up to be, but you would think they would be everywhere if that was the case.
Yeah, but blind Neil, it's not to pass on the body, it's to pass on the stuff you're going to be touching.
Yeah, and the thing of it is that like World News and all the big news stations broke it yesterday that UV is
there's no doubt sunlight, UV
and light. So my thought was, I thought, well, hell, I'm going to order a couple because you know how that goes. You go to order anything, everybody finds out about it. And yeah, you'll get it by August.
True.
Right. I just don't want you to have a false.
No, that's what I'm worried about. There's no way to see it working. There's no way to judge.
Only if you got a micron microscope or something and you actually know what you're doing and put some disease inside.
Yeah.
You know,
get on
and
there,
watch it.
Get on Amazon and buy a microscope, Paul. That's what you need. Let's get them really spending today. Let's get them.
Well, you can get some good microscopes on that. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
You get a lot of good stuff on Amazon. My favorite place to shop anymore, but you just have to do a little research to make sure what you're buying is what you should be buying. The
first time today, I was coming back from Casey's house because I'm off quarantine, so I actually got to spend the night there yesterday.
Good. That's why he's all gleamy this morning. Now it all makes sense. Now it makes sense.
Oh, it was terrible. The kids had to work last night too.
He had to check some oil.
Yeah, that's right.
Call that sowing the oats or something.
Remember we were talking about that dipstick, you know? And
Yeah.
Was it the funnest 30 seconds of your life after?
Yeah.
But anyways, first time I ever saw an Amazon tractor trailer truck.
A what? Oh, tractor.
Amazon tractor, you know,
The
It
trailer.
was not your normal. It wasn't a trailer. Let me rephrase that. It was a large box truck.
Oh,
They
really?
must be delivering huge products. Big lift gate on the back. You know, definitely a Class B truck. Air brakes.
Well, that's
No.
probably the truck that delivers the cases of toilet paper.
Holy crap! It was huge. You know, it was like the biggest box truck you can have before you go to a split truck. That's how big it was.
Wow.
Amazon painted on the side, brand new. So I don't know what they deliver with that, but that was impressive.
But it
It
makes
was
sense.
on little side streets, so they were delivering something with it.
But I think you're going to see more of that. I mean, with there's so many plants and that, I think it is coming. They're going to have their own fleet. I think it's going to come, maybe not door to door so much right away, but their fleets hauling between locations and that.
Well, you can buy a motorcycle on Amazon, John, and I actually watched a video a couple of weeks ago. A guy bought a motorcycle off Amazon, and that's the truck they used to deliver
The
it.
Chinese one, and they puts it together for like $1,200 or whatever. And is that
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I watched a couple of those.
was Bikes and
Yeah,
beards,
that's
actually.
cool. Yeah.
We used to hang big banners for IKEA. That was part of our contract. And we were assembling one, and the guy was telling us that everything in IKEA is put together, is they do themselves. Like even the racking, they have their own company that makes racking, their own lights. Everything's
Wow.
pretty much manufactured by them. And then he said he was talking, and the forklift came by, and he said that's IKEA too. And I said, did it come assembled, or did they have to put it together? So I picture
The Ford truck.
one Allen key and 500 pages of instructions.
Yeah. Written, converted from
the smiley
Japanese or Chinese.
Like that kind of thing. You know something about IKEA? They pay their employees all over the world the same price as the employees get in Sweden. So no matter how low the country's economy is, they get paid the same amount as what the employees are paid in Sweden that are working. It's all based, which has one of the higher pay standards in the world.
Which is their world headquarters is in Sweden.
Exactly.
So instead of in district like all these other places do, where the pay scales are like this, they just that's almost what they should do here. But you know, between California and New York, it would be an issue, you know, and Washington State, because it's the cost of living is so much more out there.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, I think they'll boost it probably in certain areas like that. They still got to be enough to keep people there. So in that kind of scenario, when I was talking more was for the lower countries, it's actually
minimum.
Like here, an employee there is making 20 some bucks an hour to be on the floor. Like it's one of the few companies you can actually make a career out of, starting on the floor and working.
I guess
they hire from within. They're very big on that. They have
I would imagine like in Uganda or someplace like that, they'd love to get $20 an hour.
All of Eastern Europe and all those places, you know, Poland all the way through, and that, you know, that makes it for a substantial increase in pay. So,
could you imagine that in Guyana or something, or if they had something out there?
Yeah,
because you get that kind of pay, you're one of the top 1% people.
You'd have to go to work at IKEA with a gun army behind you.
And you'd be able to afford it out there.
Yeah, exactly.
If you got that kind of money, which, hey, if they can do it, that's great.
Like even all their trees, everything that's built is built out of their own regrown forest on their own lands. Everything is built and repurposed. So the hardwood stuff, the more expensive, then they chip up what's left, and that makes their press. It's a really amazing concept, their business, like no other. It really is.
There's some great business models out there like that, but they just don't ever go into effect because someone in the top end of it doesn't get what they should, and it throws everything else up.
But I wouldn't say that
Herman.
IKEA is one of the few that are actually doing it. It's making it through. You know, that's the thing. It's the North American greed kicks in, and that usually kills them on this side if they let it happen.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, good morning, Herman. How you doing?
How you doing, Desmond? How's your Donders?
Desmond Herman. Good morning, gentlemen.
Desmond, yes. Check out everybody's channel.
I got to take off, guys. I think
I'm gonna be closing at 12 o'clock today, guys.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. And John, you made my morning. I'm going to be.
Oh, that was perfect.
Today.
I couldn't have timed it better if and I wasn't watching you. I came rushing in to say, someone's going to be here. I'm going to say hi to these guys, and I'm click, 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 and then I look over at the screen. I'm like, are you kidding me?
You were perfectly posed just like it. You made my day. That was my Christmas.
That was the perfect segue of the day.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm glad you had a good night. That means you had a really good night. So you're beaming.
Yeah, he does look like a little more colorful.
My hair is a mess,
Look at
though,
the
and I
smile.
did take a shower too.
You can't even control the smile. He's grinning.
Yeah, exactly. It's a runaway smile.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm just giggling.
Hey, and that's why he's wearing a hoodie with a great big up like this, you know, because
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
doesn't want to show the little
That's
little
right.
love
You guys
nicks,
don't want to see me in the hoodie.
the little love nicks. He doesn't want to show those.
That's right.
Phantom Flight.
Oh, I see one. I see a hickey.
No hickeys. I
Turn your
shaved.
head.
I ran home and shaved. No hickeys. We're way over that kind.
My God Almighty, go to the sock hop. You know?
Well, I'd love to stay and play with everybody today, but one of the people are here now, so I'm going to
Okay.
go open up the other
All
building.
right, John.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
John, take care.
Well, John, have a good day.
See you guys.
Yeah,
Thanks.
make sure you get that oil changed regularly, buddy.
You bet.
Okay.
Right? 14 days. Holy crap. All right. See you later.
Okay, bye. Take care.
Oh my God, he's like a new man. He.
Oh, he was excited.
Oh yeah.
Geek Savannah's asking what's on Pulse TV.
Yeah.
It's my family reunion,
Yeah.
and
Oh my God. All right, guys, I gotta head out too. You guys take care.
Andrew's heading out.
Thank you for dropping by.
Yeah, I
Cheers,
gotta
Andrew.
go for a drive. We actually might maybe go live. I don't know. I never thought
Yeah.
of it right now. So you
There
never
you
know.
go.
Okay.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
everybody, take care. Be well. Have a good one.
Bye, Andrew.
Bye.
I know.
I had to put you on mute there because they're playing music in the background. I gotta watch that. Okay. Okay there, RC Crazy. Yeah, no problem. Time to plant, do the gardening, that's for sure. Here it's down too cold. The ground's not frozen anymore, but I wouldn't be planting anything today.
I'd like to plant a skunk with a tail up.
Yeah, but it's like you said, it might be what do you call it? A groundhog, right?
Yeah, well, I could have both. I did see a skunk because he was about this long, about that wide, about that tall, and a big white over the top.
Okay.
Should be good there.
Okay. RC Crazy says that peas are cold weather plant. Okay. Desmond, I will not be planting anything any day. I got black, not green fingers. Phantom, I had to take a quick trip to Port Stanley this morning. Put another sign. But when you get tired of that, I ordered I can get. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Roxy, come on, get up. Go see Kim.
Roxy being a little demanding today.
Kim wants to clean her ears, but she won't get up.
Well, she was out in on the balcony earlier.
No, she's here now.
Ah,
She's there.
Got a skunk problem, Paul?
yeah.
Well, if
In
I was
fact, I had that problem a year ago, and now it's, well, my neighbors across the street and like 2 houses down has a trail cam out behind his house, and he kind of keeps an eye on the skunk population. You know, skunks are real prevalent in cities.
Well, if I was there, I'd take care of the little bastard for you.
Skunks and raccoons and yeah, but you can't fire a gun in the city.
Yeah, but I use a pellet gun. It's silent.
Kim's hiding behind the bureau, guys. Sorry, I can't get a picture of him.
It's silent. You won't hear it.
I will, Desmond. I'll email that to you.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. She's getting up.
Come on, butt lips. All right. Face me, come on. Face it down.
Well, we can't see nothing, so I'll turn the camera off of them.
Well, you don't want to see me anyways. Damn.
So don't forget, everybody, tonight I'll be back on 7 p.m. tonight. You know, these rednecks here, man. I mean, they come down here, trailers full of 4x4s and everything, everybody partying and everything. They go down to the property down here. They spend all weekend there, then they all go back home.
Hey,
Nice.
Desmond
Isolation.
Saunders, did you get the email I sent you?
Oh, yeah, nudist camp.
I sent it last night. Well,
They're probably going to the nudist camp.
Oh, okay, go fish. You take care. Be safe. Yeah, I got one tire with a bad cord in it 1 or 2 weeks ago, but it was out of stock. Okay. I hope you're doing good there, Geek Savannah, today.
I can make you smile right now, Roger.
Hey, Corey, how you doing?
Manamana, do 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 do. Manamana, do 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 do. Manamana.
Well, Corey, man, no, work comes first, that's for sure.
That was for Go Fish.
Cheers, Corey.
Great.
Geek Savannah. All 3 verses. Oh, that's funny.
Okay, there, Max. Max Air 420. You be safe at work.
Back there.
You're welcome.
I know I gotta go out later to the supermarket, so.
So anyway, I posted a couple of times in the chat today the link to the video on YouTube that Lynn's father's ordeal at World War II Battle of the Bulge. It's very well done. It's a documentary. If anybody wants to see it, you can view it now for the next several days on YouTube. There's no charge or anything, but it is an hour long. So
that was a short, brisk walk.
Yeah.
I'm back. 20 minutes. That's as much as I can do these days. Saw lots of my neighbors.
Okay.
Phantom Hodges, I am tracking ships, but there aren't any. The closest ship is down by the Algoma Enterprise, and it's about 3 hours north, and there's nothing upbound at this time. It was dark and cloudy and not so nice earlier, so I didn't catch anything upbound. Okay, Desmond, I just wanted to make sure you got it because I know you'd mentioned it before. But feel free, anybody, share that with anybody that you know that might be kind of a history buff or into World War II documentaries, because it is really well done.
Well,
what did you guys get up to while I was out? No excitement? Excitement while I was gone?
We had quite a party going while you were gone. And then finally Roger scolded us, says, "Hey, you guys are getting out of hand. Settle down, settle down."
Well, he should.
Yeah.
I know one thing, I'm gonna have to eat before going to that store, because you know what happens when you go to the store hungry, right?
You buy more than what you should.
And not always necessarily the right stuff.
That's
My money, take my money. Where's the potato chips?
I go to one store for potato chips here.
What?
Yeah,
Come.
guys. Okay, example. You go to the, well, when the restaurant was open down here, you go there to buy the potato chips. One
Yeah.
bag comes out almost $4.
Oh.
So I go to one store in Drummondville, one bag, $1.49, same
that's better.
size. So I buy about 6 or 7 bags in one shot there, and we're good for the week.
Now, do you both like the same potato chips, or you each like different flavored?
Oh, Kim eats vinegar and salt and
Salt and vinegar. Yeah.
plain and barbecue. I eat barbecue. Oh yeah, and Doritos.
I love chips. I don't buy them, but my wife buys them. And so I eat them. Especially after vaping, then all of a sudden I got a bit of a munch on, and it's a killer.
Sorry guys, I haven't been seeing the chat. Sorry about that. Well, you see those injections I'm starting to take, they're supposed to cut out my appetite. So far, it's not doing it.
Oh, it takes a while. It takes a while. You just started the injections on Wednesday.
I know.
Got to go through the system a little while.
Yeah, I know. She says it'll take a little bit of time. Oh, when you see Kim going down there fast like that, it's because it's cold out. I'm gonna see if I got that wire yet from Paul, what you sent me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if we got it today or not.
Is there mail?
Yeah. Oh, you wouldn't be going on if there was none.
I'm thinking you're just going to end up with an empty envelope.
Hey, Kim. Hi, Kim. Did Kim see us? No, I'm kidding.
The thing is, if I'm sharing this and I put this on for intercom, you'll be getting echoes.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty nice out here.
Yeah.
Looks just like that right now. Nice and sunny.
Well, here it's nice, but it's cold. The wind won't stop, and it's like I said, it's only doing -9 Celsius, so it's 15 degrees Fahrenheit.
But the wind looks like it's drying it up pretty good, though, Raj.
Yeah.
Your yard looks a lot drier than the other day.
Oh yeah. Snow.
Kim doesn't look like he's got any mail with him.
He puts it in his big pocket.
Oh.
Like I said, I don't know. It could just be announcements too. So, but we told the mailman that he's not supposed to put the flag up if it's only announcements. I don't know what. So I guess I'll stop sharing that. There we go. That's why I eat. It was big. Does that cam only take pics every few seconds, or is it live all the time? If Kim jumps and looks at it, I can take pictures with it myself manually. I think it takes pictures itself too. I can set it up to record.
Yeah, I don't know what the delay rate is on that, whether it's doing it. And there may be a way to speed that up, slow that down. I don't know. But it is Wi-Fi, isn't it, Roger?
Yeah, but I got to connect it straight to the computer.
Okay.
You know, I still got to look in these files for this camera. I still got to look in the files for the other camera that Robert sent me. I got to update that Mavic Air. I got to, you know, no, first off, I got to go do my food shopping.
To quote the
Now, how far away do you got to go for that?
Oh, it's a half-an-hour drive.
The Drummondville?
Yeah. Half an hour to get there. That's at 100 kilometers an hour. If I go at 120, well, it takes 25 minutes, 20 minutes.
but you risk a ticket.
But you would never do that, Roger. You would never do that, would you?
No. No, I can't fly. I'm not flying today. I'm not gonna catch pneumonia to go flying here, Fatima.
That's why the on his birth certificate they changed it, because originally when it was born it was Lightfoot, and he's not.
I got my first ticket about 2 months ago. The
Yeah.
first ticket in 30-something years.
Wow. For speeding, Raj?
Yeah, but I was laughing, and the cop was laughing. The cop was wondering why I was laughing. I told him why, and he said, anyway, so instead of giving me a $270-something ticket and 4 demerit points, he gave me a $78 ticket with 1 demerit point.
Yeah, he knocked it down. He was doing 100 kilometers in a 25.
And no, I was doing 70 and a 50. You know, I made the cop laugh a lot, though. So, and he says, since you've been very polite with me and everything, he says, I took this off, took that off. And
Yeah, 1 ticket that long.
yeah, that's it. So I
had a big one when I was 18 or 19, and ever since then I haven't had any.
Oh God. When I was 25 years old, I think my wife and I decided to pay off my speeding tickets. I had about a pile like that.
Yikes.
Oh boy.
Went to the license, went to the courtroom and everything, paid off all the tickets, came up to about $500, $600, just in stupid tickets, you know.
Yeah.
But in those days, they didn't seize your license or nothing in those days.
Yeah.
Not to do.
No points back then, eh?
Yeah, no points back then, luckily. Okay, everybody in the chat, I'm gonna let you all go. I'll see you all tonight at 7 p.m. tonight. Have a good one. Thank you all for being here.
Good to see you guys.
Cheers, guys.
Bye, everybody in the chat. Have a good one.